Hello, guys. Sorry I'm a bit late. Hello, hello. I was taking a phone call and it went a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we're here now. We're here now. Let me get everything set up. I was way too ambitious, I think, with starting the stream, because I thought it was only going to take another minute or two, and then I don't know. Goodbyes take a hot second. So, today we're back. We're gonna be doing Witchy Life Story. I think when we had last played Witchy Life Story, so there was supposed to be this like ritual that we had planned, and it was like supposed to be about halfway through the storyline, because the storyline is basically we show up at Flora, we have 2 weeks before this like big harvest festival, which is the whole like end of the game, I assume. And so 1 week in, we were like, oh, we're gonna do this special ritual to try and like fix everyone's problems. So I think we should be waking up on ritual day. And I don't think we do any of the normal like fulfilling orders style. So let me see, let's pop over to our full screen game. Let me swap these. I think we had this at like, it was like 7 point something. Let's see. Let's see if this will play nice, but yes. Welcome in. Hello, Ellie. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well. I don't think I'm too big here, but we'll see. If I end up being way too large for checking everything, I'll make myself smaller, but let's see, let's get into it. Let me turn my music up just a touch, because this game is actually pretty quiet to me. Some of the games we play are blasting. Looking at you, Pioneers of Olive Town. So loud. I have to have that one at like volume 6 for me. Otherwise it absolutely blasts my ears out. Alright, tonight's the night, Ramsey. It's finally the full moon. All our work is going to pay off. And then we're out of here. Here, let me write some invitations real quick. You grab some paper and a pen. Dear resident of Flora, meet me tonight at the festival grounds. Sincerely, your village witch, Raz von Tiesel. That should do the trick. Ramsey, I need you to deliver all these to everyone today. Make sure they get them. I can't wait. I gotta say, Ramsey is such a good sport. Like, we do some stuff. We do some questionable things, and Ramsey's just like giving us his little crow thumbs up, and he's like, yeah, you go, girl. You get that. Alright. Soon it'll be just me and my experiments, with no one to bother me with their requests. I'm going to finish up around here. I'll meet you in the village later tonight under the full moon. Alright. So we don't have any mail today. Let's check in on Ramsey. Huh? It's treat time? Okay, okay. One crow treat coming up. Hello, Slav. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. I like the munching sound effects. I don't know. They do crack me up. Let me turn this up just a bit. It still seems a little quiet to me. At least on you guys' end. Now that's enough for today. Grant says too many treats are bad for your beak. his little tear. How y'all be doing this fine morning? We are doing well. I started stream a little late because I was taking a phone call. And then goodbyes, took a hot minute, so we're a little late getting started, but all's well, having a nice cup of tea, playing this game. Let's go to our garden. Let's do our gardening work. I was thinking, we have so many of these. I think I'm just going to use this fertilizer on these ones that take, like, multiple days, and then that way we have a little bit extra just in case we need them. because I've been like a little bit anxious that there was gonna be a point where we ran out of these ones that do not grow back every day. So there's that. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why was there not weeds down there? I feel like I didn't see any weeds. No, I don't see any weeds. That's weird. Miss Pickles, I hear you running. What are you doing? Hello, crazy girl. What's up? What happened? Hello, come here. Come here. Hello. Hello, Miss Bean. Hello. Thank you for saying hi. That's so nice. Alright, snipped everything? Think I did. Morning, Raz and Pickles. Good morning, Miko. How are you? Did you see today's jam, Miko? Because I didn't eat any of it, but it looks so good. I was so excited. I love linden blossom. I don't know. That's like a favorite flavor for me. So I was very excited to see that that's what it was. I'm doodling it right now. Ooh, did you like it? How was it? I've never had linden blossom before. I didn't have it before last year's jam advent calendar, but I love it. It's so tasty. It was so good. Yay, I'm glad. Yeah, it's like literally my fave. It is kind of citrusy, yeah. It's be tasty. If you guys don't know, Miko and I both have the Bon Mama advent calendar, which gives you a little tiny jar of jam every day. There's like jams, there's a couple like marmalades or spreads, and then there's one honey. And it is A+. If you like jam, it's so good. It is excellent. So I highly recommend checking it out. If you like jam. I guess if you hate jam, stay away from it. I guess avoid, but I think it's tasty. Alright, I think we did everything we need to do in here, so now I think we just go to the village? Okay, nice. You arrive at the festival grounds. The full moon shines brightly in the clear sky. Look, everyone's here already. This is going to go off without a hitch. Time to get myself together. You walk over to everyone. Oh, a ritual. How lovely. I should be baking. I'm tired. It is pretty late. The studio is still such a mess. Everything will be fine. Perfectly fine. Ahem. See? Raz is here now. Thank you, Ruth. Alright. Greetings, friends. And thank you for joining me. I will solve all your problems with a full moon ritual tonight. Alright, let's get this show on the road then. Ramsey, get into place. Did he bring his cage? Did he fly with that? Sir? You take a deep breath. Oh, full moon, with your bright shining light, lend us your power on this very night. Provide a clear path for us to walk away to a successful festival completely unblocked. We've worked this week to fix what was broken, so please acknowledge our devotion. The ritual is complete. You relax your body and take another deep breath. Alright, I think we're good. Everyone feel better now? I feel full of... You need to get home. I forgot what... Oh yeah, did we make... Mel, like, worked herself into illness? I think that's what it was. She was, like, absolutely overworking, and then we did a spell that, like, told her that she should keep working until she's 80 or something without rest. So I think this is our fault. Uh-oh. Wait, maybe it'll just take more time to work? That's right, it might take some time to work. You can't rush magic. But isn't that what you're trying to do? I knew this would happen. I knew we couldn't trust you. Nisha. No, I read that letter. I know the truth. Raz has been messing with us this entire time, just like she did with Coventpolitan. But I've been able to get my work done. Mel, there's something you really should know. Oh no, Nisha is going to tell. Your beloved Avon Elset from Coventpolitan is Raz von Teasel. Wait, what? Raz, is that true? That means all those rituals that backfired. Mel, And it's not just those rituals. It's all the magic Raz has done for us here too. Don't you all feel like Raz's magic is kind of half-baked and fixes the problem but in a weird way? Like Devin at the lake party. You were abnormally chill even with all those people around. That's true, but I did ask for a spell to make friends. That's exactly what I mean. Nisha, let's calm down for a moment. You're not wrong, but perhaps there's an explanation. Have you forgotten Raz's relaxation spell? You wanted to go shopping. Mel, that might explain the other day. Yeah, Ruth was pretty angry, but we acted like brats. Okay, yes, but I've never seen Ruth like that. Ramsey, this isn't good. I talked to the Madeleines. To those cookies you're working on? Cakes. Was possessed by their spirit? They called me a fool. Raz helped me talk to spirits too. Then they destroyed my studio. I got a dog, though I wanted a hot date. But I do love my dog. The Madeleines was totally fake. We definitely just like faked being possessed by the spirits of cookie cake things. Nisha's thing is she is literally possessed by she has poltergeist in her studio. So that's actually not on us. That's on her. So I'm gonna leave that one with her. We're in trouble. Psst. Ramsey. I think we should slowly sneak away. You try to tiptoe away, but before you can even take 3 steps... No. What? I'm just, stretching. You look at Ramsey. He looks at you. This is it. This is the end. You nod to Ramsey to let him know it's been good times. But you know when your gran hears about this, it's not just your training that will come to an end. Did I really speak to the Madeleines? No. You try to hold it in, but... Explode. No, you didn't. It was me, Raz. And I admit to everything. Jean, I wanted to eat those Madeleines so bad, but you kept throwing them in the trash. And Mel. Yeah. I'm Avon Elset, and what I did wasn't right at all. I used Coventpolitan to release my frustrations with my family and make fun of witches. I never thought of the consequences of my actions. And more recently, when you asked me to help you, I could tell how badly you wanted to get your work done. But I pushed it too far. Nisha? I've never talked to spirits successfully. That was supposed to be in my next chunk of training before I got... Ruth? Yes, Raz? I slipped something extra into your spells. Don't ask me what, which I know sounds bad, but you seemed like you needed the extra push. Devin... Kind of same with you, except I used the runes. Not really my specialty, but desperate times call for desperate measures, or so I thought. And Jonas... What? Well, you're just kind of easy to mess with, so... For real? For real. This is my first time having to use witchcraft to help folks out. I make the spells, but I feel like my magic is never enough. So I tried energy readings, incantations, or extra ingredients. I can't resist trying new things. But I do get carried away, like the way you've all mentioned. And that's not okay. Even this full moon ritual is a ploy. The full moon is a very powerful way to amplify magic. I was hoping to use it to fix everyone's problems tonight, so I could get out of here. But it looks like I've actually done the opposite. Magic isn't supposed to be self-serving, or for proving yourself. or using people. It's about energy and intention. My job as a witch is to help our energies work together and strengthen our intention. That's the only way to accomplish things we can't do alone. That means my energy, your energy, and your community's energy are supposed to work together to put on the best harvest festival Flora has ever seen. But I've done the opposite as a witch. Maybe my family is right. Maybe I really am. That's enough. Your magic did get out of hand, but how many of us ask for your magic, expecting it to solve our problems immediately? Or ask Raz to do even more than we originally asked? Everyone remained silent. I don't say this to excuse Raz's actions. However, Raz is correct in that magic is all about energy and intention. We never intended to make the magic work, instead of facing our problems as a community. We just use magic to cover up and hide from our problems. Whether we want to admit it or not, that's why the last witch left too. It's why Flora is the way it is today. I won't keep repeating that mistake. If we're going to start being more honest with each other, there's something I need to say. This is my last term as mayor. After this, I intend to travel all over the world. It's a dream I've had for a while, and I'm not getting any younger, so... Gran, that's great! Nisha, I should have said this ages ago and kept saying it, but I'm proud of you. The blush. Not to ruin the mood, but who will be Mel, I think you'd be an excellent candidate for mayor. I'd be happy to endorse you. Wow. That means so much for you to say that. Can I think it over? Of course. Devin turns to Nisha. I don't want to perform at the festival. I'd rather work together with local musicians, bring the community in more, you know? Wow. Really? That sounds like a great idea. I'm sure Gran and Mel will be happy to help. Fortuna, hello! Welcome in. Happy Sunday. How are you? New haircut? Yes, new haircut. Though the old haircut is still around, I could do that too. We also got a new updo. And also I got a knife. I got a fancy new knife. Which I like pulling out. But yes, we've got new haircut. And the old outfit is here too. I can wear the old outfit too. Those earrings look very gorgeous. Thank you. I love the earrings. The earrings are so jiggly and they're poisonous. They are angel's trumpets, because this is my quote unquote guild, Assassin's Guild Master Raz outfit. But yeah. The knife. I guess the knife, it also has effects on it. I can like have it do these things, and I've got more menacing expressions. So that was the surprise that I pulled out on the birthday stream. The earrings not the only thing that are gorgeous. I mean, look at them eyes. I know the eyes got an upgrade too. They're very juicy. They're much more like bouncy, I guess, than the other ones. Happy late birthday then. Thank you. We had fun. So we played a little bit of Mahjong, got bopped in that. Then we did a livestock tier list, and then we played some Dinkum, which Dinkum was a little rough. I almost died. So now we're chilling out. We're doing a much more chill Witchy Life Story stream. So I'm hoping to finish Witchy Life Story on Tuesday. I think we're like pretty close if we get stuff done quickly. So I'm hoping to finish it because not this week, but the week after, on the 15th, which is normally our Mahjong day, we are going to be playing Akka, I think. And Fortuna, thank you so much for the biddies. Here's my late gift. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Birthday gift. Honestly, people were way too crazy with the gifts on the birthday stream. I was like, it is not a subathon or a donathon. We do not need gifts. I appreciate all of them, but I never want people to feel like they have to give gifts for sure. But yeah, so we just did this ritual. We got called out for our very questionable behavior, but I think now everyone's starting to like be honest with each other for the first time, so that's good. We appreciate that. I thought you'd be disappointed. Devin, I would never be disappointed. You're my best friend. I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. I was just so worried about the festival. You know that special talent you have of reaching into people's souls and tearing them out? Yeah? Well, your music can also reach into people's souls and heal them. In fact, you just gave me an idea. What if I put together a community art project for the festival too? That sounds amazing. Let's bring this community together. Mel is right. I'm too focused on the Madeleines, but I want to get them right, so please have patience. I know I get tunnel vision and push myself too hard. We all want this festival to succeed, but can we consider the festival a success if we burn ourselves out? Ruth is right. We need to approach this festival as a community. Since everyone's making big confessions, I feel like I have to make one too. But, well, I don't know if I have anything to confess, but I know how hard it is to be honest with people. But maybe if we all try together, it'll be easier for all of us. So, yeah. Does anyone else have anything else they'd like to say? You look around and see everyone chatting amongst themselves. Is it just you, or do you feel like the energy of Flora just shifted? Did you plan for this? Stay silent. Don't worry, I know you didn't. But I think Margie, your gran, did. Huh? What do you mean? I think it's getting pretty late. If there's one thing we could all use, it's a little rest. Don't you think? Everyone nods in agreement. How about we wrap this up now? Everyone nods in agreement again as they let out yawns. You all make your way home. Yeah, that didn't go how I expected either. Do you think what Ruth said about Gran is right? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't put it past her either. Gran's teaching methods have always been a little different. But it looks like we're sticking around till the festival. For some reason, I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Yeah, with everyone working together, maybe we can do something pretty cool. Well, we should do as Ruth said and get some rest. Alright. Time to rest. Rest time. Alright, first mail, as you do. Dear Raz, I think I'm ready to take the first steps toward leaving Flora, but I won't lie, the idea of leaving makes me nervous. I wish there was some way to take Flora with me wherever I go. Are there incense or anything that could help? Sincerely, Ruth. Alright. Then we've got, hello Raz. I am a sad grump who needs to be kinder to myself. I can't keep letting mean people get to me. Do you have a charm for that? Best regards, Jean. There we go. And then Raz. I think I figured out the music for the festival, but I still have to perform it. I think the piece is really good, but I just can't imagine myself playing with confidence. Maybe some incense to help me summon up the courage could help? Thank you, Devin. Alright, so we've got to make these. First we're going to go to our garden really fast. And... oh, did I miss that one yesterday? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Gonna water all these. And then... pluck all the weeds, as you do. Snip, 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 snip. Snip, snip, snip. Weed. We use all these plants in our potions and stuff, so we have to take care of them, or we will be in trouble. Or our garden will die, and we will be sad. There we go. Water, 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 water. And then weeds. There we go. I like how you can see from afar that things are watered. It's like, it's nice. If you had to click into those spots to see if things were watered, I could see me having a strug. Okay, let's do, what do we need? Whose thing is first? No, what is this? Orders. Let's do, Ruth wants incense. So, then we have to go into plants. So she's gonna want lavender, geranium, and yarrow. Lavender, geranium, and yarrow for incense. So, lavender, geranium, yarrow. Mix that up for Ruth. Memory incense. Oh, should have said keep crafting. Next order, we will do Gene wants a charm to be kinder to himself. So he also needs lavender, hollyhock, and allium. Lavender, hollyhock, allium. There we go. Mix that up. I don't really know why we stir it in a cauldron when it's a charm, but it's fine. And then last but not least, we have our fave friend Devin. Devin is asking for some incense to help them find courage. So then we want chamomile, yarrow, and geranium. Incense. Chamomile, yarrow, geranium. The nice thing is you can't fail. As far as I know, it just like doesn't let you make the thing if you have the wrong ingredients, so I can appreciate that. Okay, we got everyone. We should talk to Ramsey. Is it crystal time? One crow treat coming up. What did you find this time? Ooh. Celestine. This is one of my favorites. Such a nice shade of blue. Gran would like this one too. I'll have to show it to her when I see her again. For now though, we'll put it away for safekeeping. Oh yeah, I forgot to do our one card spread. Jade egg. One card spread. Let's see, what do we get? Let's see. The tower. Face reality, damage, exhaustion, humiliation, upheaval. Yeah, the tower is not a good card. The tower is like the Tower of Babel. It is ominous at best. Has there been any upside down tarot cards? They have not been showing reversals. Weirdly. Like some of the cards look like they're upside down, but then the meaning is like the right side up meaning. So I guess there's two modes of reading tarot cards. Some people don't read reversals. So this game might just be doing that, where they don't count reversals as the opposite meaning. Some people read them as opposite meanings, but it's not like 100% across the board. So I would usually read reversals, but yeah, there's been some cards that I was like, that looks upside down, but then the meaning was like the right side up meaning. So I was like, okay, well, all right. It's also, as far as I know, the only cards we've gotten are only the like major arcana. So it's only been like the Fool's Journey cards, not any of the suit cards. So we're missing a whole lot of cards in there. I mean, it's possible we've only drawn the major ones, but I have a feeling they're just not in there because it would be complicated, so. complex. Alright. Let's work our way around, I guess. So we'll start with Devin. Talk to Devin. You arrive at the studio. You don't hear any music coming from inside, though. I wonder if Devin is actually in there. You open the door and see Devin sitting by the window. Raz, you're here. Devin runs over to you. Do you have it? Do you have it? Whoa. I assume you mean the spell? Let's see. Confidence incense. Here you go. Yes, this looks perfect. So you've got a song written then? Rip pentacles, swords, and coins. I know. Honestly, if we were reading accurately per the storyline, our girl would just be getting swords. Like, for the first half of this game, it would just be, like, all the swords. Which would be a little rough. Yes, I do. After all the community talk at the full moon ritual, I thought talking to some local musicians would help. So Mel introduced me to some of them. After I finished speaking with them, I sat down and just wrote and wrote and wrote. Things finally clicked? Yeah, I'm sharing it with Mel and Ruth today. But I wanted you to be the first one to hear it. Really? Mm-hmm. Even with everything that's happening, I could write this song because of you. Devin. Devin's so sweet. I love Devin. Such a cutie. But no more runes, okay? Yes, yes. If I start to panic, I want to figure out how to work through it. But not force my way through it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. So you want to hear it? Of course. Show me your masterpiece. Well, I don't know if it's a masterpiece, but I'm pretty proud of it. Devin takes a seat and brings out their guitar. As they do, suddenly you feel transported somewhere else, sitting around a fire with old friends? A bright, sunshine-filled garden? You can taste something savory. Perhaps it's a stew? You realize these are all places of and things of comfort. There's a brightness to it, a sense of optimism. Even with long, hard days ahead, there will always be something good on the other side. As the chorus swells, you get the feeling of reassurance that all your work will pay off. Somehow, everything seems possible. Everyone will work together, and that collective energy will ensure the festival's success. They won't even need a witch's blessing, and somehow you feel like that's exactly how it should be. Devin's song comes to an end. They take a deep breath. So, what do you think? I'm speechless. I feel like I fell into a trance. It wasn't too dissimilar to when we play music for our rituals. Words don't capture it. Wow, I made you speechless? I wasn't expecting that. Why did that piece of music affect you so much? I wonder if your music had such a strong effect because we're friends. Perhaps the strength of our bond amplified the power of the song. You see Devin turn bright red. Now I'm the speechless one. But of course, there's still the matter of playing for Ruth and Mel. That's the real reason I asked for the spell. When do you have to play for them? I'll probably head over a little after you leave. You know Devin asked you not to use runes anymore, but you still feel compelled to help them further. Devin said they wanted something that would help them work through their fear. Perhaps there is something more you can do. Devin, have you ever heard of countdown meditation? I don't want to risk the confidence spell with any other magic. It's not really magic. It's one of the techniques witches use to quiet the mind before performing magic. I don't see why a non-witch couldn't use it too, especially before something like a musical performance. Of course, we only have to try it if you want. Devin looks apprehensive. You can't blame them either. How much experience do you have with this? In all honesty, it's one of the things I probably need to practice more. I know the basic principles, but I'm not always successful in pulling it off. But I think I'll help the effectiveness of the confidence incense, and increase your confidence in general without the spell. Let's try it then. Maybe this is the kind of technique I've been looking for. Alright, let's get started then. You take the confidence incense and light them. You take a seat across from Devin. Let's close our eyes. We're going to count down from 10. For each number, we'll focus on something. I usually use colors. There are currently 10 different colors in my garden, so we can work with those. So what am I doing? I'm going to say a number and a color, and I want you to focus on that color. The idea is to force your brain to focus on something other than your anxiety. Okay, let's start. 10. A red rose. Devin takes a deep breath. You can tell they're still uncomfortable, but you're glad they're trying. 9. Maybe this will work. The orange calendula. 8. Yellow yarrow. They take another deep breath. This one is more noticeably deeper and longer than their initial one. You notice your breath is also deeper and longer too. 7. Green rosemary. Devin's shoulders relax. You're impressed they've made it this far. Your mind usually starts to wander around now. 6. Blue pea flower. Devin takes another deep breath. 5. Pink hollyhock. You notice their knees relax. They fall a little closer to the ground. 4. Purple lavender. Their head drops. Are they asleep? 3. Burgundy geranium. Devin takes an even deeper, long breath. No, they're not asleep. You could sense the focus in that breath. 2. White chamomile. Almost there. 1. Black allium. Devin completely relaxes and takes another long, deep breath. You allow them to sit there for an extra moment. You're impressed by how well they've done. Though you really won't know until they reopen their eyes. Devin? Open your eyes. Devin raises their head and slowly opens their eyes. The panic and sense of unease that was there before are gone. Are you sure that wasn't magic? I feel so much calmer now. Calmer, but not out of it or sleepy. Like, I feel like I can do things. Like I want to do things. This is weird. That's probably part the meditation and part the incense. Wow. I think I'm ready to play for Ruth and Mel. That's great. Do you want me to go with you? Actually, I think I'll go on my own. I think I've got the confidence this time. And it's all thanks to you. Remember, witchcraft is a melding of energies, so it's not just mine. I guess you're right. Sometimes I wish I had something to carry with me all the time. Like something to remind me of the power of my energy. Something to carry. Oh, is that silly? No, not at all. Sorry, I was just a little lost in thought, is all. I should get going. I don't want to keep Mel and Ruth waiting. Thanks again for all your help, Raz. Of course, anytime. Devin wants something they could always carry. What about that locket at Jimina's store? Maybe I could craft something out of that. Maybe I can haggle down the price, too. Ooh, okay. I don't know if she's gonna haggle down the prices. They're very high, and we don't have a whole lot of money. I don't know, can I talk to her? I guess I can't. Because it'd be this locket. But maybe the haggling will like be a set thing. We're gonna hold off on buying other ingredient stuff until later. Let's go talk to Gene. He had a spell too. Normally we give people spells and then we do a follow-up the next day. And then like half the residents get a follow-up and half the residents get a spell. So Jean is one of the ones with a spell today. You walk up to Jean's cafe. Jean's baking is something super yummy. You walk into the cafe. You notice there's only one customer, but you can't tell who they are behind the newspaper they're reading. Hey, Jean. Raz, what are you doing here? Is that how you greet all your customers? I brought your spell. The release charm. What is this? The release charm you asked for? I didn't ask for that. But I got a letter from you. Don't tell me he's refusing a spell again. You thought you were past that. I never sent a letter. You hear the rustling of the newspaper. You look over at the other customer. You see them wearing oversized sunglasses and a hat. Maybe they have a mustache too. But when you make eye contact, they quickly pull the newspaper back up. Eavesdropper. But the letter had your name on it. I told you I never wrote the letter. Maybe you wrote it in your sleep? I do not write in my sleep. I know, you have a twin. I do not have a twin. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to... The person reading the newspaper clears their throat. You and Jean look over at them. I think I have an explanation. The customer drops their newspaper and removes their hat, sunglasses, and mustache. I ordered the spell, Jean. Mel, you should be home. You're still sick. You didn't realize that customer was your wife? He's like, no, I didn't know. He's been too wrapped in baking madeleines to notice much these days. Just go and look in the trash. Oh my god, so many madeleines in the trash. You walk over to the trash can. It's filled to the brim with madeleines. They're all failures. And how would you know? Did you let anyone try them? All of these madeleines are failures? But they smell so good, and they look baked to a perfect light gold. I do not serve failure at this cafe. Jean and Mel continue to quarrel, but you can't take your eyes off the trash can. You can feel the madeleines radiating heat. These madeleines are fresh. Your mouth begins to water. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the trash can, so really, it's just a bin full of fresh, perfectly baked madeleines. That means you could totally... All because one critic said... That critic again? Who cares about critics when there's a whole bin of madeleines in front of you? Eat a madeleine. Yes, Raz. There is no need to hold back now. Just reach your hand out and... Raz, what are you doing? They were calling my name. I know that's a lie. But they were. 1,000 little voices saying, eat me, eat me. Those voices were in your stomach. You know what? Mel's right. This tyranny ends today. I never said anything about tyranny. You take your hand and shove it into the trash bin of madeleines. Take a fistful of madeleines. You lock eyes with Jean as you shove the fistful of madeleines into your mouth. Who cares that you can barely chew them? They're finally in your mouth, and that's all that matters. You just ate from the... What? Does that bother you? Next thing you know, Mel shoves her hand into the trash bin of madeleines, locks eyes with Jean, and shoves the fistful of madeleines into her mouth. She coughs from hardly being able to breathe, but she stands proud in her defiance. You both just ate. You try to keep your eyes locked on Jean, but this buttery flavor, this light, fluffy texture, like a delicate cloud of magic. This is true magic. Jean, these are truly... Hello, Aoi. Freshly baked trash madeleines. Agreed. I just like how both of us took a fistful, locked eyes with Jean, and then shoved them in our mouths, and then just like... Can you imagine someone taking a fistful of food, shoveling a mouthful of food into their mouth, locking eyes with you as they like attempt to chew, probably spewing crumbs everywhere. Like, it was probably horrifying. You could even say they had trash taste. We'll let the podcast know. But yes, welcome in, Aoi. Happy Sunday, hope you're doing well. Jean, these are truly... You see Jean's expression change from horror to... Jean. Let me make some tea. Jean runs off to the kitchen and brings a tea tray. Let me grab a platter for the madeleines. Mel grabs a platter, puts some madeleines on it, and brings it back to the table. Jean, you simply must serve these at the festival. Though ideally, not from the trash bin. How could you ever think these were bad? Jean and Mel look at each other. There was a critic who came to the cafe. I didn't know he was coming until a few hours before, so I rushed and baked some madeleines along with a few other things. But while rushing to get everything, I forgot about the madeleines and let them bake too long. The next day, he said my dry madeleines revolted him in his review. I see. But that's the only negative review Jean's Cafe has ever gotten, isn't that right? Wow, really? That's impressive. Exactly. That's why I ordered the release charm. You ordered the spell? That explains the weird letter. Mel, I just wanted you to move on from that one single critic who caught you on the wrong day. Honestly, he probably knew that when he wrote that review. When I had my issues in the city, you had the idea to move out here so I could be happy. So I could get away from all the people who didn't think I was capable. I realized how much of a sacrifice that was for you. This charm is my way of telling you not to let those kinds of people get you down. You're so talented, Jean. It's not worth spending your time on people who think otherwise. Thank you. Is Jean smiling? I suppose you won't be needing the curse? Curse? What curse? Coventpolitan says only the most advanced witches should perform curses. And Raz, you're still a witch in training. No, I don't think so. I should start preparing the ingredients for the batter. That way, we can make it a day or so ahead, then bake all the madeleines the day of. We can serve local tea blends along with them. Yes, I think that's an excellent idea. Let me write that down on my to-do list. I have a meeting with the vendors coming up, so I can mention it to them. It won't be too much work? Not at all. Mel raises her cup of tea. To the festival. To the festival. To the festival! Jean and Mel chug the rest of their tea. Don't chug tea. The tea didn't do anything wrong. It should be savored. Just trying to finish building my PC. Ooh, nice. I hope the rest of your build goes well. That's exciting. Let's do this. Yes. Suddenly, Jean and Mel take off, leaving you at the table. But you overhear them talking. You know, maybe you should consider writing that cookbook you've been thinking about after the festival. I keep all the recipes in my head. Jean memorizes all his recipes? But maybe writing them down would be good. Also, please go home and rest. Fine. Hey, Raz. Or, hey. Doesn't Jim in a shop have an old journal? I bet Jean could use that. And I could enchant it for him too. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Okay, it's all coming together. Actually, I should get back to it. Just taking a small break. Nice, nice. Breaks are important. Breaks are good. Let's talk to Ruth first, because she has a spell as well. You walk up to Ruth's home. After the full moon ritual, you wonder what state she'll be in. You knock on the door. Raz, how good to see you. Are you here to deliver my spell? Yep. It's right here. Memory incense. You hand the memory incense to Ruth. Yes, these should help. What are you trying to do? You know what I mentioned at the full moon ritual? You not being mayor and going traveling? Yes. So you intend to do that? Or You're not? No, I am, but as much as the idea of exploring the world excites me, I've never really left Flora, so the idea also terrifies me. I see. I feel that. Why pressure yourself to go when you know you can be comfortable right here? Yes, I think that's precisely it. I am comfortable in Flora, even with my desire to leave. It's strange. I wish I could just take it with me wherever I go. Is that what the memory spell is for? Mm-hmm. Before I use these incense, I thought of taking a walk. Would you care to join me? A walk sounds nice. Let's head out then. You and Ruth head out on your walk around Flora. First, you come to the lake. I have many happy memories of my daughter and Nisha here. Both of them are so similar. They loved running and playing in the water and finding small little critters. I still listen to the crickets and the frogs when I come here. The sounds take me right back to their childhoods. I wish I could take this lake with me wherever I go. Ruth just might have given you an idea. Yes, you gave her the memory incense, which she can burn when she gets home, but what if you had another tool to help her keep her dearest memories close? Ruth? Yes, Raz? What if I told you I had a tool you could potentially use to take the lake with you? Is this some experimental magic? No, not at all. I've used it before, and it doesn't require magic at all. It might even improve your ability to use the magic incense. But it's not magic? No, it's more of a sensory tool to help you focus and remember details. Interesting. What does it entail? You're already an avid walker, so you might already be doing some of these things. The gist of it is being very mindful of your surroundings. When I find myself in a place I want to remember, I use my senses to create a sort of snapshot. You can do this by focusing on one sense at a time. Does that all make sense? You're right, it is something I've done on my walks before. I've never actively tried using my senses to create memories, but I think I'd be willing to try. Great! How about on this walk we do some practice then? That sounds like a good idea. Since we're already at the lake, let's try focusing on one of our senses here. Let's start with sound. So I focus on what I hear? Yep, I find closing my eyes tends to help with this. Okay. Ruth closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I can still hear the crickets and frogs, but I can also hear leaves and cattails swaying in the breeze. There's also the background noise of the festival grounds. This is a lot to take in. Yeah, it can be, but don't worry about trying to hold on to everything just yet. I find it usually takes a few sessions to complete a snapshot. That makes sense. I think I'd like to make our way to the forest next. You and Ruth walk to the forest. I always come here when I feel like hiding from the world. I used to be afraid of these woods. When I was a little girl, I played hide and seek at night here with friends. I lost my way while looking for a hiding place, and suddenly all the trees looked like monsters. Fortunately, my screams let my friends find me. That's awful. It was at the time, but then I became determined to know these woods, and now we're good friends. Ready to practice one of the senses? Sure. How about touch? Am I supposed to walk around and touch things? Sure, unless they're things you shouldn't touch like animals or poison ivy. Try focusing on how the ground beneath your feet and the air against your skin feel. Okay, I think I understand. Ruth starts to walk around the woods. She puts her hands on a tree trunk and then on the forest floor. Everything is so warm. You can tell it's alive, but it's also slightly damp to the touch. That was very good. I think you're getting the hang of this. Thank you. I think this is a good exercise. It's also very relaxing, sort of like meditation. Yeah, It is. I think I know where I'd like to go next. It's to my secret spot. Whoa, I get to see Ruth's secret spot? Only if you knew about it. Follow me. Ruth takes off on a brisk walk through the woods. You can hardly keep up. You notice the elevation is rising. Now you know why Ruth is in such great shape. How much further? You'll see. You huff and puff your way up. Ruth seems fine. You come to a sudden clearing. We're here. Wow. After you catch your breath, you look out. You can see all of Flora from here and more. How far up did we just walk? Isn't it wonderful? This isn't my secret spot if I'm completely honest. Our previous witch showed it to me. I want to try focusing on one of my senses up here. I think that's a great idea. How about you try sight? Okay. Ruth takes a deep breath. Everything looks so tiny, yet you can tell it's so full of life. I can see the mountains, the beach, the village, and these landscapes are all so different, yet they all belong together in the valley. If you were to take one away, it'd somehow be incomplete. I wish I could stay here forever, but I know I can't. I know I have to leave, even though I'll be back. When I return from my travels, this is the first spot I'll visit. Ruth turns and looks at you. Thanks for coming up here with me, Raz. Of course. This has been the best workout I've had in a long time. Fortunately, going downhill is much easier. Come on, let's go. You and Ruth make your way back down the mountain and to her home. I think I'll have to practice that sensory technique more later. This might sound strange, considering I just asked you for a way to remember Flora, but I wish I had something to help me cleanse a space too. Like, as a final way of letting go and preparing myself to move on. Does that make sense? Of course. Kind of like taking what you want and then moving on? Yes, I think that's exactly it. Of course, I'm not asking for anything extra. These memory incense should really help. Well, I think it's back to festival preparations. I've been away too long already. I'll be on my way then too. Bye. Something to help you say goodbye and move on, but in a good way. Maybe a besom could help with that. They're for sweeping away energies to make space for new ones. I'm pretty sure I saw a small broom at Jimina's I could use. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Miss Pickles! Hello! Come here. Ooh, get some snuggles. You're running around. I don't know what you're doing. She's having an adventure. Alright, so those were the 3 spells. I wonder if I go to Jimina's now. Can't talk to her. Yeah, we'll have to wait on that. Alright, let me talk to the other 3 at least once. We'll do Nisha first. You walk up to Nisha's home and knock on the door. Raz, I know why you're here. You want to talk about what happened. Yeah. I'm all ears if you want. I appreciate it. Most people avoid the subject or write it off as in my head. But I guess you got to bear witness, so you know I didn't make a mess of things. How about going to our usual spot and talking about it? Sure, let's go. You and Nisha walk to the beach. She seems distant and doesn't say a word the entire walk. You arrive at the beach and sit on a couple of rocks. So, first, you have to promise not to laugh. I'm a witch. If there's one person who's going to listen to someone about feisty spirits, it's me. I know, it's just, the only person who ever believed me was the village witch. So I'm more used to people not believing me. What kind of spirits are they exactly? The last witch called them fibbly nibblies, but I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've never heard of them, but that doesn't mean anything. spirits aren't exactly my forte. They got me into so much trouble as a kid. They'd pull on whoever was sitting in front of me's hair. They'd knock supplies off shelves. They'd even eat other kids' lunches. Then I would yell at them to stop and get scolded for shouting in the middle of class. Everyone thought I was acting out for attention, but that wasn't the case. I knew everyone would think I was weird if I told them the truth, so I hid it, and that just made things worse. If the witch believed you, how come she didn't give you a cleansing spell? She tried, but Gran once again believed everything was fine. She thought I'd outgrow it. Clearly I haven't. The witch left soon after that. What's up, baby girl? You're running? Here. What's up? Oh, what's the matter? Why are we having a temper tantrum? Huh? I don't know. Pickles is zooming. I don't know. I think she wants to play, but we've got a while before we're done. She thought I'd outgrow it. Clearly I haven't. The witch left soon after that. It's a good thing I'm here then. Let's see. Maybe we'll slip them a sleep spell. No. No? See, the problem is they're my friends. Your friends? Yes. But they ruined your childhood. Yeah, they got me into a lot of trouble, sure. But they're the ones who introduced me to art. And we used to get along most of the time, just people didn't understand them or me. Instead of listening to me, people would be like, just stop, which in turn made things worse. Okay, now I'm lost. This is turning out to be story time with Nisha, isn't it? You notice Nisha fidgeting a lot with her hands. She must be feeling nervous still. Here. Do you want a hug? Mm-hmm. You give Nisha a big hug. It looks like she's calmed down a bit. This is hard to talk about, but here it goes. I'm home alone one day, as I usually am, because Gran worked a lot. I hear this weird chattering coming from outside, so I go and take a look. Except, I don't see anything. But then I hear it again, but a little further off. So I follow it, but every time I think I've caught up, it's just a little further away. Eventually, the chattering leads me to the old art studio. Gran boarded it up after my parents died since they ran it. I hear the chattering again, except it's coming from inside this time. I pry a loose board off one of the windows and go inside. And that's when I see everything. Canvases, brushes, paints, charcoal, and more. And it was like stumbling into Wonderland. Every time I'd think I'd found everything, their chattering led me to even more supplies. Before I know it, it's night, and I've created all this stuff. That's when I hear Gran and a group of villagers enter the studio. It ends up they've been looking for me. I hide, thinking I'm in trouble. But no, Gran is just happy I'm safe. I swear I saw a tear go down her face as she looked around the art studio. The only tear I've ever seen from her. She then declares that the village will reopen the studio. From then on, I spend most of my time there. And the Fibbly Nibblies? I chatted with them every day while I worked, bouncing ideas off of them and stuff. Without them, I wouldn't be the artist I am today. Wow. Now I want spirit friends. Goodbye, Naggy Ramsey. Ramsey seems a lot less troublesome than the Fibbly Nibblies, though. I suppose that's true. I don't know if I could deal with that. Also, I would miss Ramsey. Do you think there's anything you can do to help me, or rather, us? As I mentioned before, spirits aren't my forte. And you also want them to stick around. I'll have to think about it. I wonder if they're mad I left for school. Could be. Nisha stands up and takes a deep breath. Well, that's my story then. Now you know all about the Fibbly Nibblies. Are you going to head back to the studio? Yeah. I should probably get to cleaning. They should have hopefully calmed down. They tend to after a big blow-up. If there's anything I can do, make sure to let me know. Yeah, will do. Well, I should get going now. Thanks again for the chat. Sure, anytime. Pluto. That is the planet of connection and boundaries, especially in relation to spirits and such. Not surprising considering Nisha's strained relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies. Yeah, incorporating something with Pluto could help Nisha. Time to write that in my grimoire. So we get these like moments of inspiration. And I think what's gonna happen is I think there's gonna be a bunch of items that we're gonna like work into spells, and we're gonna have to use the items associated, or like the color, the planet, and the like purpose, I would assume. Use those plants in making the objects that we need as like the final thing. So that's what those are, as far as I can tell. Let's talk with Mel. Please let Mel feel better. Please let Mel be better. You approach Mel's house and gently knock on the door. Come in. You enter the home and see Mel curled up on the couch with some soup. You notice she's surrounded by flowers and other foods too. Don't I look at a sad state? Sorry. As we said at the full moon ritual, it's not entirely your fault. You're not the only one who got carried away. I got so worked up about everything needing to be perfect, about making sure everyone else is having a good time. To be at my best, I need to rest. So, you're not mad at me? Of course not. I'm madder at myself than anyone. But tell me, do you think I'm boring? Huh? Not really. I mean, I did get to see what happens when magic goes wrong. That was an exciting experience. Though potentially not a good one, but I wouldn't call it boring. Why do you ask? Seems kind of out of the blue. Because I think everyone likes Jonas more than me. You're jealous of Jonas? I am. People are always laughing with him. More like laughing at him. And he's always getting invited to parties. Do you like parties? Nah, I'm too old for that stuff now, but people just seem to like him. And you don't think people like you? Of course not. I'm the one managing the budgets. And who gets angry over toilets? And who has to tell Jonas and his crew to hurry up? Everyone hates me. You retake a look around the room. You notice all the food, flowers, and get well cards. Did Jean get all this stuff for you? No, but he made this soup I'm eating. Then, where is all of it from? Various people from around the village, my co-workers at the town hall, etc. They heard about me feeling down and sent over all of this. I don't know where they found the time with everything that needs to get done. Hi, Miss Pick. You walking past? Yeah? You're gonna go to your spot? Mel. Girl. I want to be showered in gifts. Whenever I got sick, my gran gave me a concoction of, I don't even know. All these things certainly seem nicer than that, especially if they went out of their way to put all this together. So you're saying people like me? I think so. Maybe you're like my gran. She's always scolding me, but she's always teaching me too. And even though she's a little stodgy, she has taught me a lot of neat spells. And without her, I wouldn't be here right now. I don't know where I'd be if I'm completely honest. I'm trying to say that you are necessary, Mel. If everyone were a goofball like Jonas, nothing would get done. There wouldn't be any festival at all. And what's more boring than that? Mel falls silent and looks around the room. You're right. I'm surrounded by the village's love right now, aren't I? Mel looks down at her bowl of soup. And Jean's love, too. What did Jonas bring you? Mel's eyes dart around the room. Oh my god, that brat. His sister is sick from stress and he hasn't come to see me. Knowing Jonas, he probably didn't want to bother. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Who could that be? Come in. Jonas walks in. Hey, sis. Perfect timing. What are you doing here? Jean said you weren't feeling well. Actually, I'm feeling a lot better right now. I think some rest has done me good. It's about time you tried that instead of all that magic. No offense, Raz. No, I think we might have overdone it. Anyway, I thought I'd come over to see if you need any help. Nope. Everyone out. What? I just got here. I need to rest to ensure I'm in tip-top shape by tomorrow. This festival isn't going to organize itself. So come on, get out. Get. Mel shoos you and Jonas out of the house. Well, I guess I'll head back to work. Sheesh. It seems like she's on the mend anyhow. Yeah, I think she'll be alright. Knowing Mel, she'll be up and at 'em by tomorrow. I should get going though. Bye. Sounds like Mel struggles with finding balance in her life, and realizing people do care about her wellness. Venus? Maybe Mel should incorporate things attributed to Venus in her life. Let me write that down in my grimoire. Alright, now we just have Jonas today. On your way to the town square, you see Jonas and the dog running around together outside. Come here, boy. It looks like someone finally got a bath. Oh, yes, he did. And now you're a beautiful boy, aren't you? Have you given him a name yet? Oh, right. You forgot to give him a name? No, I just forgot to mention it. Raz, meet Caesar. He's settling in pretty well, I think. I will take him down to the festival site later today and introduce him to everyone. You're going to come with me everywhere I go, right, boy? Everywhere? Looks like you've got a new friend. A new best friend. Some of my crew members also have dogs, so they've been helping me figure things out. Caesar is my first pet, so I've learned a lot. That new love charm you made must have been pretty potent. I care about people and stuff, but I've never felt this way about something before. Like, I've always liked animals, but having an actual pet feels so different. I can't speak to pets, but witches are pretty close to their familiars. Yeah, they're kind of like a partner, right? Yep. Well, except when they tell you not to eat strange fungus. But to be honest, I did it anyway, and maybe he was right. It didn't have much in terms of magical potency, but it certainly caused other rather potent problems. Ramsey didn't come near me for almost a week. I mean, it sounds like Ramsey was just trying to help you. The other day, after I gave Caesar a bath and stuff, I started thinking about when I yelled at my crew again, and I started feeling sad and angry at myself. Caesar came up to me and just put his head in my lap and calmed me down. It reminded me that even though that one bad thing happened, my crew helped me a lot with Caesar. So if they aren't still mad at me, maybe I should stop being mad at myself. Caesar, you're pretty powerful for just being a pet. Alright, let's scratch Caesar behind the ears. Whoa, you give Caesar pets. Maybe he's alright. You hear that, Caesar? The witch says you're alright. I knew you'd come around to him. Huh, you want to go for a walk? I suppose we could do that. Raz, do you want to come with us? Let me think. Sure. Great, let's go. We should definitely go on more walks together with Caesar. I think he's taken a liking to you. I guess I've taken a bit of a liking to you too, boy. We should probably walk you home now. We still need to get to the festival grounds and meet everyone. Yeah, that sounds good. Jonas and Caesar walk you home. Well, here we are. Good luck with meeting everyone today, Caesar. Hey Raz, hey Mighty T, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. We're just playing some Witchy Life Story. Vibin'. I'm sure he'll get along with the crew just fine. Yeah, I think so too. Catch you later. Huh, Venus? Jonas does seem to love Caesar. And it looks like he's working on being kinder to himself too. Alright then, that's another thing to note in the grimoire. New model is just too cool. Came to just Sunday lurk while hanging with B. Aww. Thank you, thank you. I hope you have fun chilling with B. Happy lurking. But yes, my model mama did a great job. It's mesmerizing to look at. She kept sending me, she sends me a lot of progress stuff, so she would send me, like, sketches, and, once she started doing the rigging, she would send me, like, mid-rig videos, like, progress report-wise, of, like, how things were looking, and I would always just stare at them a lot. And, she finished the model showcase like a week ago or something, and she sent it to me, and so it was like a privated video, so only I could see it, until she like made the link public on YouTube, and I watched it so many times. I thought it was super fun. I don't know, it's funny to watch someone else like puppet the model that you're gonna be puppeting. It's funny to see how like they would pilot it and how I would pilot it. But yeah, I thought it was super fun. That's like the best part about having a model, I feel like, is you get to see all the behind the scenes stuff happening and then get more excited for it. Alright, I think this day is good. Ramsey is good. I think we'll end this day. Probably should also check, I don't remember the calendar. Let's look at it. So, today is the 10th, I think. And then the festival's on the 14th. So, not too shabby. Oh, Raz, I did it again. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't stop it. I know I need to take it easier. I know I need to balance everything better, but it's so hard. Do you think you have a potion or anything that could help? I'm so overwhelmed. Best regards, Mel. I got you, friend. Yo, Raz. I want to fix my relationship with my crew. I think I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions the other day instead of beating myself up over them. Maybe an oil or something could help? Thanks, Jonas. There we go. Hey, Raz. I want to figure out how to talk to the Fibbly Nibblies, but they're too strong. I know I need to figure out how to change things between us, but I need to know where to find the answers. Do you have an oil for that? Nisha. Okay. Oh, Jimina's antique clear out sale. Antiques discounted. Whoa, big discounts? Yeah, talk about perfect timing. I don't think I'll be able to afford Jimina's antiques otherwise. And there are some items I'm thinking of crafting. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still figuring them out, but I'll make sure to tell you when I know. You wonder why Jimina's put everything on sale? Maybe she's sick of having her inventory lying around. But we should definitely go check out the sale. Alright. Rad. Talk to Ramsey. You've got a shiny thing for me? One crow treat coming up. This place really does have a lot of crystals. What is it this time? Selenite. This crystal always reminds me of the moon. What a lovely shade of white. Definitely using this later. Thanks again, Ramsey. Alright, let's put... I think we have other stuff to put. Let's do our one card draw for the day. Let's see, what is it? What is it? Judgment. Self-awareness, resurrection, maturity, rite of passage. Alright. Alright. Let's go to our garden. Do some classic gardening. Grab this. Do our watering. I don't know how I desynced this one lavender, but I did. I think we've got plenty of lavender, so it's not the end of the world, but I don't know how I did that. Not quite sure what I was up to there. Water, water, water. Do, 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 do. pluck some weeds. Though, as I've said before, most of these weeds are actually, like, not, like, noxious. Like, you can eat them and stuff, so I don't know that I would turn them into compost, but that's fine. I would probably eat them myself. Cool, cool. We'll make some more compost, just so we have it, in case we need it. Let's see what we can make. We might need to go to the store anyway. Let's see. Mel wanted a potion to stop getting overwhelmed. So she needs rosemary, pea flower, and hollyhock. Okay, rosemary, pea flower, hollyhock. Stir that up for her. Boundaries potion. Keep crafting. And then we've got Jonas wanted an oil to help him apologize, which he will need rose, pea flower, and hollyhock. Okay. An oil. Rose, pea flower, hollyhock. Stir that up. Forgive oil. And then the last one was Nisha needs an oil to help her figure out what to do, which should be rosemary, geranium, and allium. Rosemary, geranium, allium, and she wants an oil. There we go. Divination oil. Okay, we finished all the things for today. Go to the village. Let's talk to everyone first, because we'll get money for each of these orders that we drop off, and then we'll stop by the shop. Let's talk to Nisha first. You approach the art studio, and you hear what you think is Nisha pacing back and forth. If you're not going to let me work, I don't know what to do. She must be fighting with the Fibbly Nibblies again. I better get in there. You walk into the studio. Raz, I'm at wit's end. Do you have the spell I asked for? Let me see. Here it is. Divination oil. Perfect. Divination oil. This should let me talk with them, right? Not entirely. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying that again after our last attempt. You do have a close relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies, but that relationship is too strained to confront them directly without an experienced witch. Then what's the point of this oil? I feel like I'm almost there with figuring out this community mural project. Is there any way to figure out what to do without talking directly to the Fibbly Nibblies? Is there a way? Let's see. Ignore them until they crumble. No, it should be something you have experience in doing. You don't want the Fibbly Nibblies to destroy the studio again. Maybe you can figure out what to do, but not at the studio. Safely away from those spiteful spirits. You did sense Nisha's desire for the divination oil from her letter. Is there a form of divination you could do? That's it! Let's do a tarot reading and see what the cards say. Is this something you can actually do? Of all the forms of divination, it is the one I'm most familiar with, yes. Of course, I'm still learning, but there aren't consequences with tarot readings. Well, at least nothing like spirits wrecking your art studio. That reminds me. So, years ago, I worked at a Ren fair with some friends, and we did tarot readings and rune readings at the fair for people. And you quickly learn when you do divination stuff like that people will ask you like kind of wild things, and they have a really bizarre expectation of how that would work. But also people will ask you stuff and it definitely does not come out how they would hope. And we had this dude who was like a musician at the Ren Fair, and he came by really late in the day, so we didn't normally have people after a certain time because it would be when all the main performances were happening. Renee, hello, welcome in. Happy Sunday. We're just playing some Witchy Life Story, and I was telling a Ren Fair story. So we had this dude, he was a musician, so he stopped by really late in the day. We didn't have any other customers, and I think he had also been working at the fair, and so I think we offered to do a reading for him for free, because we would normally give like staff free readings and stuff instead of charging them. And he was like, okay, I want to do a tarot reading plus a rune reading, so like have them all be in one reading together. And we were like, okay, well, what's your question? Like, what are you wondering about? What's like on your mind? And he was like, so I really want to do this music thing, but I'm not sure if I should just, you know, like change careers or figure something else out. So I'm at like this crossroads in my life. And I felt bad, but I don't remember the exact combo of like runes and cards, but essentially the combo ended up coming out that the runes and cards literally said like, get a job. Which was definitely not what this man was looking to hear, but that's pretty much essentially what it came down to. It was like, you need more financial stability, which he read to be like, get a job. Which I felt bad, but that's the danger in reading cards and stuff. It might not come out how you think it will, and it might not be what you're looking to hear. But yeah, poor bro. Good luck for him then. Yeah, who knows what he ended up doing? Maybe he didn't take, you know, I mean, don't base your whole life on, you know, a card draw, you know what I mean? So hopefully he figured something out, but it was just one of those moments where it was like, ooh, this was definitely not what you wanted. Sorry, sir. And they were, I don't know, the cards were like they were so poignant. And it was funny because my one friend and I were the ones doing rune readings, and then our third friend was the one who was doing the cards, and the look on her face when she got the cards, you could tell that she was like, I'm about to ruin this man's day. she just got, her eyes went really wide for a second, and we were like, well, oh well. So, I don't know, hopefully Nisha gets better news, I guess. Hopefully she has an outcome that she likes better with this tarot reading. I just like how the character was like, there's no consequences to tarot readings, and it's like, there can be. There can be. Well, at least nothing like spirits wrecking your art studio. Let's try it then. Where do we get a tarot deck, though? I have one at my place. We could do it there. Yeah, that's probably best. Who knows what the Fibbly Nibblies would try if we did it here. Let's get going then. You and Nisha make your way to your home. Wow, I haven't been here in ages. It still looks the same as I remember it. Yeah, I didn't bother to change anything considering I'm not here for that long. Well, that and I kind of like the place already. I keep my deck on my altar. Let's do the reading there. You and Nisha stand over the altar. First, let's apply this oil. Okay. And then let me shuffle the cards to cleanse them of their old energy. You take the cards in your hands and shuffle them a few times. So, how does this work? First, we need to decide what spread we want. I think a 4-card spread might be best. As I said, I'm still learning, so I'd like to avoid the more complex ones if that's alright. As long as I get answers. I think of it more as guidance than answers. let's just get started. You draw 4 cards. There we go. The first card will tell us the problem we're facing. The second card is the obstacle. The third card is the recommended action to take. And lastly, the fourth card shows the outcome. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, we see if that remains true once we flip the cards. Let's see what the first card is. The Magician. Wow, these cards are so beautiful. Did you draw them yourself? No, actually. My gran made this deck for me. Our family's custom is that the head witch gives a tarot deck to their apprentices once they start training. I feel like I could learn a thing or two from your gran. She's an excellent artist. Anyway, what does this card mean? So this is the Magician, depicted by a plant called Dittany of Crete. This card symbolizes skill, focused energy, and manifestations. Though we're reading this card for a tricky situation. The card is probably telling us there's a lack of these things. I have skills. I don't think the card necessarily means your artistic skill in this case. Remember, we're asking what to do about the fibbly nibblies. I think in this case, the card is saying that maybe you and their energies are out of sync. Somehow you aren't communicating effectively, so you can't harness each other's energy. What do you think? I guess it's figuring out how to communicate then, but we tried that and it didn't work. I wouldn't say that was our best attempt though. So the card is telling us there's something more to do there. Maybe we should go ahead and turn in the next card. Yo, why is a Drosera capensis the devil? I'll never understand that. So our obstacle is the devil. Now this one makes perfect sense. Hang on, this card might not mean what you think it does. But it does mean there is some sort of chaos going on in your life, perhaps some manipulation and confusion. But I remember when my gran talked to me about this card and why she chose the sundew to represent it. And I was like, it's carnivorous, duh. And she said yes, that was part of it. But when people first started collecting sundews, they thought they were the most darling plants. And then they discovered they were carnivorous. Someone exclaimed that sundews were then vegetable wickedness. And my gran thought that was hysterical. When you're dealing with the devil, sometimes you need to just laugh at the absurdities of things. Sometimes by not embracing the chaos, you cause more friction. I've been trying to cut them out of my life more recently, more so than I did when I was younger. Even then, it's not like they didn't cause trouble. I liked the fibbly nibblies, but it was exhausting being the weird girl in class. I just wanted to fit in. Did you ever think you were weird? What? No. I always thought I was fine. It was everyone else. I could be myself with the fibbly nibblies. Let's pull the next card. Vegetable wickedness. We used to grow Drosera. Sometimes we still do. Sundews. We do this type actually, Drosera capensis, and also Drosera spatulata, which is it's more flat on the ground, and they've got all these hairs with sticky dew on them. And flies get caught in the dew and they get stuck, and then on the capensises, because they have these long leaves, the leaves curl up around the fly, and the fly dies just by like being stuck and often like being smothered by the dew. And the dew actually has digestive enzymes in it, and so it just breaks down the fly in there. If you have a fly problem in your house, they're actually pretty good at catching them. I recommend them as pest control. They work great for fruit flies as well. Though sometimes a better one for fruit flies is Pinguicula's butterworts. Those can work better because they're more of like just flat, sticky traps rather than the little hairs. Temperance. So temperance represents the actions you can take. This is interesting. In a good way or a bad way? Well, it implies something in your life needs healing. And since this reading is regarding the fibbly nibblies and what you should do about them, it might be that the two of you need to do some healing work, which is a step beyond communicating. I tried asking them what they wanted before. I feel like that wasn't the right approach. It might be more what the both of you want. Temperance usually means something along the lines of cooperation and finding harmony. The other curious thing is temperance is number 14, while the devil is number 15. So if you can heal your relationship, you might find harmony in the chaos. But how do I heal my relationship with them? You said you used to play with them as a kid, right? Yeah. Have you tried that recently? No, I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. So maybe it's not playing with them like when you were a kid, but somehow still including them in your life. You said they were a big source of your creativity, so maybe it's something along the lines of that. Maybe you're right. So what's the outcome? The Empress. Ha! The outcome is the Empress. What's so funny about that? The Empress is a card of creativity, uncontrolled creativity at that. It's also a card of nurturing. If there was a card to represent you, I think this would be it. The Empress. I think I could work with that. But what could it imply for me and the Fibbly Nibblies? So it sounds like if you're able to find balance with the Fibbly Nibblies, you might even become more creative. What I thought was holding me back all my life might be my way forward? That's what the cards seem to say. Of course, this is going to take some work on your end. Yeah, it will. There's not much time either. Maybe this festival piece can be the start of something new with the Fibbly Nibblies. Yeah, maybe it could be. I wish there was some way at least to at least set us up to work peacefully together. Devin always says you can sort all your problems over a cup of tea. Tea, huh? That gives you an idea. If only life were that simple. I'm going to head back to the studio. Maybe I can start to refigure things out there. Sounds good. I'm glad the tarot reading seemed to help. I've never done a reading for anyone else before. It was an exciting experience. Here's to both of us learning new things today. I'll get going though. Thanks again for your help. You know, Jimina has that old teapot at her store. I wonder if I could make something with that. Nisha might not realize it, but Devin is onto something. Alright, back to the village. We need to catch up with Devin as well. I wonder how Devin's meeting with Ruth and Mel went yesterday. They seemed confident enough. You knock on the music studio door. Raz, I'm so glad you're here. Whoa, did something happen? Yes, you helped me big time. The countdown meditation along with the confidence spell really worked. Ruth and Mel loved the song I composed. Really? That's great to hear. Though I wouldn't give myself too much credit. You're the one who wrote the song after all. Yeah, but without your help, I would have been too nervous about playing it properly, you know? Oh, Devin, you're too sweet. It's true though. I really don't know what I would have done without you. Or what I'm going to do without you. Oh. Devin, You go first. No, you. It's just these past weeks have been really great. Even with all their ups and downs. I was about to say the same thing. But let's not focus on the sad stuff just yet. We've still got a few days, and then there's the festival. What's left for you to do before the festival? Now that the song got approved, the musicians need to practice it. I don't think that'll be too hard though. They all seem pretty skilled. I also offered to help finalize the lineup and run the stage for the festival. Wow. You're gonna run the whole show. Devin, sovereign of the stage. Oh geez, that's too much. Besides, it's really about the musicians and Flora. I'm pretty excited though. It feels really great to bring all the musicians together. I think we're really going to capture the spirit of Flora with our music. Together. It's really great seeing you this excited. Well, we'll see how I feel the day of. I think you're going to be just fine. As an artist, it feels like I should want to be the center of attention. And there's an expectation that I should constantly be putting myself out there. But it's so exhausting. And then I spend all my time stressing out about I could be working on composing or collaborating with other musicians instead, you know? I don't get why making art never actually feels like it's about making art. Does that make sense? I think so. Basically, you want to make music without all the other stuff. I just want to study witchcraft without all my family's expectations. Those expectations are made up anyway, and for some reason, they all just seem to accept it. None of them seem happy about it either. Yeah, that's it exactly. I was kind of amazed when I was honest with everyone at the full moon ritual. Everyone was just alright with it. I've never had that happen before. Usually I get told if I don't do things exactly this way, that I'll never make it. But you know what? I think that's nonsense. Yeah. I'm liking this rebel energy. I am feeling a little fired up, though maybe I should calm down a bit. There's still a festival to focus on. I should probably be getting back to the music too. Still got lots to do and only a few days left. Yep, let's do our best. This feeling again, this time it's the amethyst. That'd be perfect for Devon's locket. Amethyst has protective qualities and helps quiet the mind. So if they don't have time for a countdown meditation, the amethyst could help instead. Let me write this down in my grimoire. Nice. Alright, let's talk to people first and then we'll go by the shop. So let's talk to Jonas. You see Jonas and Caesar at the festival grounds and walk over to them. Hey Raz. You got that spell I asked for? Let me see. Yep, right here. Forgiveness oil. Yeah. You hand Jonas the forgive oil. You can tell he's feeling apprehensive about it. You're worried it's going to backfire? No, actually. I'm just afraid it won't work at all. What if my crew doesn't forgive me? Or even worse, what if they forgive me but I lose my temper again? Then it means using this spell is pointless. Yeesh. If Jonas is worried about the spell, it really won't work. Nothing will work with that attitude. So, we need to figure something else out, don't we? Am I doomed? You can tell a massive freak-out meltdown is imminent. But you really don't want to try anything that would make it worse. Think, Raz, think. Huh, what is it, Caesar? Is something wrong? Caesar rolls over on his back. I think he wants pets. I think he definitely wants pets. Jonas starts giving Caesar belly scratches. Yeah, who's a good boy? Caesar looks up at you. I think he wants you to pet him too. Give Caesar belly scratches. He's so soft and fluffy. You and Jonas keep petting Caesar. He seems very, very happy. But you realize you feel very, very happy too. You look at Jonas. He also seems very, very happy. Could it be that Caesar sensed both your stress levels rising? Caesar stands up and does a big shake. I guess he had his fill. I am feeling more relaxed now. Yeah, me too. Are you ready to give that forgive oil a shot? I still don't feel ready, to be honest. Obviously, I love petting Caesar, but I feel like I need something I can do to just, I don't know, prepare my brain for this stuff. Does that make sense? It totally does. Hang on, let me think. You notice your mind feels clearer now after petting Caesar. Maybe that dog is some sort of familiar. Anyway, Jonas needs something to prepare his mind to use magic. But it sounds like he needs something to break his negative thought patterns. You know, he asked you for magical words before. Maybe words are exactly what he needs. Hey, Jonas, have you ever heard of affirmations? I feel like I've heard Mel mention those before. She probably has. They're a pretty common tool witches use to give themselves a quick boost. Are they magical? They're more of a focusing tool, I would say. I find them pretty helpful, and they're simple if you want to try them out. Nothing weird will happen? Nope. And we'll only start with using a few, so you don't get overwhelmed. Alright then, how do we do these affirmations? First, we need to identify what exactly is making you feel anxious. Let's start with maybe 3 key things. One is definitely that I'm not working hard enough to overcome my anger. A second one would be, well, that I'm just a bother to other people like Mel and Jonas and my crew. Third, if I try to talk to people about how I feel, they'll think I'm weak. Are those good? Yep. Let's start with working to overcome your anger. Okay, so working to overcome your anger. But it's not just anger, right? No, anger is usually the result when everything gets to be too much. And I'm working on that, or at least I have in the past, but I feel like it's not enough. But you are working on it? Yeah, of course. So how about we come up with an affirmation about making progress instead, to help you focus on how you are working on it and making progress. Mel always says progress isn't linear. Maybe she's right. So how about, let's see. Every day presents a new chance for growth. Every day presents a new chance for growth. Wow, that's really true, isn't it? Yep. See, just saying it out helps, doesn't it? Affirmations are intense. Next, let's do your relationship with friends and family. You're afraid you're too much for people, as if you need too much help. That, and I guess that they constantly have to be worrying about me. Not that it's bad to think about other people at all, but I mean more like they have to manage me. I don't want them to feel that way. Do they make you feel that way when you try to tell them how you're feeling? Not usually. I mean, there have been people in the past, but they were also kind of mean. I feel like you need to believe that other people care about you, and that they're listening to you isn't managing you, but showing that they care about you. Yeah, maybe. So how about, I recognize my worth, my life is full of love. I recognize my worth, my life is full of love. Wow, saying that out loud feels weird, even though I know it's true. Then you just need to practice until it doesn't feel weird. Yeah, you're right. And lastly, communication. You're afraid that if you tell people how you're feeling, they'll look down on you? Yeah, like I'd be a terrible leader, or that I can't handle anything in general. It catches people off guard that I get overwhelmed and need time to cool down. I like being around people, but sometimes it can get to be too much. But I also know the only way for people to know that is for me to tell them. I like to believe people are more understanding than I sometimes want to give credit. But there's always this fear, you know? I guess if I tell them and they still don't listen, then maybe it's not my problem anymore, though. I don't know. Let's try an affirmation saying your wants and needs are valid. You're right that some people will respect that, but others won't. But that doesn't change the validity of your wants and needs. How about we go with something like, I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. Jonah seems taken aback by his own words. You have a good feeling about this affirmation. Yeah, I like that. Great, we've got 3 affirmations. Let's go over them one more time. Every day presents a new chance for growth. Now the second one. I recognize my worth. My life is full of love. And lastly, I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. I feel like I can already feel my mindset changing just by saying these 3 affirmations today. Just imagine how they'll make you feel with even more practice. When you feel ready, go ahead and use the forgive oil too if you think you still need the extra push. Thanks a lot, Raz. You know, Mel was always burning candles and stuff when she does her thinking stuff. I wonder if she'd let me borrow one when I'm practicing. But maybe I should just focus on these affirmations first. Candles. What? Is it a bad idea for something? No, not at all. It just got me thinking, but it's nothing. Well, I should get going. Of course, make sure to let me know how the affirmations go. Will do. A candle. pretty sure the shop has the old candle holder. I could probably put something together for Jonas using that. Alright, let's talk to Jean. After we ate Madeleines out of his garbage can yesterday. You walk up to Jean's cafe and see a closed sign on the door. But the lights are on. That's strange. Maybe I'll take a quick peek to see if Jean is in here. You walk back to the kitchen. Oh my god, ladybug. Get off my hand. Excuse me. You walk back to the kitchen where you hear someone furiously whisking. You pop your head through the door and see Jean standing over a massive bowl of batter. He looks up at you. You look at Jean. Jean nods his head and gives you a thumbs up. You take that as saying everything is fine. Thank you for the release spell and for eating the Madeleines out of the trash. It was highly effective, but now I have a lot of batter to make. In very little time. And while I would love to share my delicious baked goods with my favorite witch in training... Okay, maybe that's pushing it, but... I need to focus right now. Please come back at a later time. Give a big thumbs up. You leave the cafe with an empty stomach, but a full heart. I can't wait to taste even more of the Madeleines. I'm so glad Jean's recipe worked out. Huh, this feeling again. Jade. The crystal of success and grounding? I could see how that would suit Jean. Yeah, I'll add that to my grimoire. Alright, let's do Mel first. Because I think Mel had a spell today. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. You walk into Mel's office, but... Huh? Where's Mel? Oh no, did she not recover? She's supposed to be here. Maybe she just stepped out? I can leave the spell on her desk. Yeah, I'll just put it right... Ah! And that's when you see her, Mel, crouched underneath her desk, muttering something to herself. I did it again. I woke up today and I told myself I wouldn't do it, but I still did. Another Covenpolitan ritual? No. I said yes to everyone. I said I would handle everything. And now here I am, overwhelmed again. I can't get sick. I need to sleep. The festival preparations won't go well if I don't stay well. Can you go back and just tell everyone no? No. Well, I guess I could. Delegation, that's right. I could delegate. Or rather, redelegate. But I feel so worked up, I can't even think about that. What would I even delegate? Where would I start? Someday, you'll find Mel in a sane state again. Unfortunately, it might be too late to use this boundaries spell. You would want to use it before removing your boundaries. Oh no, I messed up your magic again. That's not what I meant. I just have to push through this again, don't I? But I don't want you to help me with that. This is my responsibility, and my responsibility alone. Oh geez. If you let Mel handle this alone, you know it won't end well. At the same time, using more magic will probably backfire like it did previously. What could help Mel? A quick coffee break? But maybe make it decaf. But then we'd also have to go to Jean's cafe. There's no way he can see her like this. But then what? Wait, the boundary spell. Maybe it's not too late. We can use it to help Mel redelegate her tasks. But we need to get her into a state where she can think about redelegating. Is everything alright? You're being quiet. And that's when it hits you. Mel, I have an idea. You do? Can we still use the spell? Not yet, but we're going to do an envisioning exercise. And then, when you feel ready, you can use the boundaries spell. Envisioning? Is this some sort of mental exercise? Yep. We're going to envision how you wish things would be. So like, envisioning myself redelegating tasks? I kinda want to go more general than that. Let's try envisioning your perfect day. We can try to form a day where redelegating isn't an issue. Having a clear idea of what you want might make it easier to happen. And then the more focused intention will help the boundary spell too. I see. Alright, let's try it. Okay, let's get ourselves into a comfortable seated position. You and Mel take a seat across from each other. Now let's take a deep breath. You close your eyes. You feel your jaw drop. Then tension in your forehead falls away. Your shoulders hang loosely with your hands on your laps. Your body both feels light, yet grounded. Now, Mel, we're going to walk through a day in your life, okay? Mel nods her head in agreement. It's morning and you've just woken up. What do? Jean's probably already awake. I can smell coffee and some freshly baked scones coming from the kitchen. I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then sit with him at the table. We talk about what we're doing that day and say when we expect to get home. Jean heads out before me and I clean up the kitchen before heading to the office. Wonderful. Now let's relax our muscles again. You unclench your jaw and let your shoulders fall. Then tension in your forehead falls away. Your body feels light yet grounded once again. Great. Now tell me about your walk to the office. It's a beautiful day outside. Most days in Flora are beautiful. Kids are playing by the lake. I can hear Jonas and his crew working hard at the festival grounds. I'm glad Jonas moved out here with us. It feels like he's finally found a place he fits in. I look over at your cottage and I'm so happy to see your garden blooming. Finally, things are feeling right again. Before I know it, I've arrived at the town hall to start my day. Very good. Now, let's once again take another quiet moment. You focus on the sounds around you, the murmuring of conversations in the hallway, the chirping of birds outside the window, the soft summer breeze. For a moment, the world is alive and yet still. Your mind is quiet once again. Now, for your workday. How do you imagine that going? This is supposed to be an ideal situation, right? Yep. Well, I walk into the town hall and our secretary immediately greets me. Then I head up to the mayor's office and of course she's already working. We have a quick morning meeting to discuss what needs to be done and the state of things. Then a few other people join us from various committees. Now in an ideal setting, we all figure out the best way to approach the tasks at hand. The mayor's hands are already full, so I agree to be the one to come to if any problems should arise. Everyone walks away from our meeting with a clear list of what's to get done and who's to do it. I have my tasks, but I'm also available to help if needed. Throughout the day, I get asked a few questions and advice on things, but everyone can do their work. And I trust that they can do their work on their own. Things aren't falling apart if I don't know what's happening all of the time. Okay. Now for the end of your day. But first, let's take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension again leaving your body. The end of the day is simple. I stop by the mayor's office to let her know I'm heading out. Then I meet Gene at his cafe. He gives me whatever he's just baked and a cup of tea. We chit-chat for a little, but he's still working, so I head home. While I wait for Gene, I sit on the couch and do some knitting. Then, once he's home, we have a simple dinner, talk a little more, and go to bed. Mel opens her eyes. Not a very exciting, ideal day, is it? It seems a lot more relaxed than your day is now. Well, that is partly due to the festival, but I do think things could stand to be a bit calmer, and I do believe I have a big part to play in that. There aren't many days left till the festival. Maybe for the rest of the day, I'll make a clear plan for the next few days. And tomorrow, I'll present it to everyone. Perhaps at this point, it's not worth getting nitpicky about small details. And I'll make sure to use that boundary spell. That way, I'll be sure to delegate, instead of being a control freak. So you think the envisioning helped? Yeah, I do. It's crazy how easy it is to forget to think and reflect sometimes. I wish I had something that could help give me the time. Give you the time? Could I make something like that? I guess it's better late than never. But I feel like I've taken up much of your time. I should let you get going. I'm just glad I could help. I hope your planning goes well. Thanks. Could I make something for Mel that could give her the time? You know, Jimina's shop has that old hourglass. I wonder if I could put something together with that. Ruth. Let's chat. You approach Ruth's office. I wonder how the memory incense went. It seemed like Ruth found the walking meditation helpful too. You knock on the door. Ruth, are you busy? Raz, I'm busy, but that doesn't mean I don't have time for a chat. How are you doing? I came here to ask you that. You seem to be in pretty good spirits. I am. I woke up this morning full of energy. Perhaps our little trip up the mountain helped with that. Have you used the memory incense yet? No, actually. I wanted to practice a bit more of what you taught me the other day. But even so, I think getting everything off my chest over these past couple days, and then taking a small break from things, it's all left me feeling unexpectedly rejuvenated. I suppose knowing what I want has given me some motivation. Nisha and I have already been discussing all the places I should visit. And, of course, Mel is starting to make post-festival plans too. She never stops, that one. Who knew a young witch could have such a big impact on our small village? Let's see. I am a Von Teasel, after all. Whether they like it or not. Especially if not. Honestly, I was a little worried in the beginning, but I know Margie had her reasons for sending you. You really think my Gran planned this? Planned might be a strong term, but she probably saw an opportunity. I get the feeling the Gran I know is different from the one you know. That's possibly true. Your family is known for being rather strict. Perhaps Margie saw a bit of herself in you, and wanted you to have the option to go down a different path than the one she took. I don't know what path that is. Maybe it's just the one that sent you here. But don't I have to leave? Suddenly you hear footsteps running down the hall. Mayor, we have a Oh, Raz, sorry, am I interrupting? Nope, I think we were just wrapping up. Yeah. Okay, good, because you better come quick. The napkins just got delivered and they are not the ones I specified. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Raz. Yep. This feeling again. Is this selenite? It is the crystal for wisdom and unblocking the energy. Yeah, that would be a good addition to Ruth's enchanted besom. Let me make a note of it in my grimoire. Alright, let's go to the shop now. Let's see how cheap these things are. Oh, did you get my letter? Does that mean you're here to buy my antiques? I sure hope it is. I'm thinking of doing a bit of rebranding after the festival. Maybe something like Jimina's Common Goods. Nothing exciting sold here. Not that I'm not glad you've been a loyal customer during your stay, but I need more than one customer to keep this shop open. That's enough of me. Enjoy the low prices. Oh my god, everything is so cheap. Okay. Buy that. Buy the hourglass. The locket. The besom. Candle holder. And the teapot. Okay, we got all those. I guess I'll buy... I usually keep 2 of each thing. But nice. We got all of the antiques I think that we need. Okay, so let's go to our home. Let me check villagers. Okay, so some people are done. Right? Like Ruth is finished. And Jean is finished. Ruth and Jean, I think, are the only ones that are finished. We're waiting on We need one of the other colors for Jonas, and Devin. And we also need the crystals for Jonas and Nisha. And then we need the crystal for Mel. But Jean and Ruth are done. So Ruth is... Let me see if I can go here. Doesn't look like I can craft it yet. So I guess we'll have to wait. Yeah, because I don't think I can, like, click on anything yet. Okay. Let's see. Ramsey was good, I think. You've got a shiny thing for me? One crow treat coming up. Wait, didn't I already give you a treat? You sneaky bird. You can't fool me. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it for this day. Which is good. We'll move on to the next day. Oh. Hey, Ramsey. I want to talk a little more about that idea I mentioned yesterday. You know how I've had all those strange feelings after talking to folks, like sensing colors and stuff? Well, I was thinking about crafting some enchanted items incorporating what I've been sensing. You know, to help them even after we've left. Do you think that's a good idea? What? No, not as an experiment. Actually, I guess it kind of is, since I've never done anything like this before. But it's not that kind of experiment. I want to help. Yeah, I've already got some ideas on what to craft. I think I've been thinking about it for a while now, but only just realized it. But I wanted to see if it was actually a good idea first. Thanks, Ramsey. Let's enchant some items. Time to write these ideas down in my grimoire. Alright, we'll chat with Ramsey first. I think he should have another thing. Huh? This is the last crystal? One crow treat coming up? Yes, I promise to still give you treats even if you don't give me crystals in return. Citrine. Wow, this one is gorgeous too. Orange is such an energizing color, don't you think? Thanks for finding all these crystals for me, Ramsey. They'll be good souvenirs. Okay. Collected all the crystals. We have no... Oh, we do have orders. Okay, yeah, we don't know what Devin's locket would be. Okay, so Ruth wants the besom. Let me order Ruth. Enchanted items. Enchanting items is similar to crafting spells. If you have the items to enchant, it'll appear on the altar once you click the character's portrait in the grimoire. You should also see the ingredient symbols in the recipe box. Use these symbols to identify which ingredients you need, but there's one special ingredient. The crystal. Click on the gold bowl to cycle through the crystals in your inventory. The correct one should match the color of the icon. Okay, so this is for the besom for Ruth. I'm wondering what we're gonna do about Devin. I'm not actually sure. Because we don't have the last color. So we might have to talk to Devin. I don't know. Because, like, this is empty. So Ruth needs rose, allium, yarrow, and I think selenite. Okay, yeah, this. Yes. Okay, we need rose, allium, yarrow. Was that the last one? Plants. Who has this? Yes, yarrow. Yarrow. There we go. Selenite. Enchanted Besom. Keep crafting. Let's do... Jean wants the journal. Jean should get lavender, yarrow, calendula, and jade, I think. So lavender, yarrow, calendula. Lavender, yarrow, calendula, jade. Alright. Enchanted journal. Keep crafting. Devin. Devin could use an enchanted locket. Maybe there's not an extra, maybe it's only 2 things for Devin. Let's see, geranium, calendula, and amethyst maybe? Geranium, calendula, I think I'm missing something. Oh, it's calendula. Let's try this. Let's do... We'll just run through everything, I guess. Oop. There we go. Nice. Even though we didn't have everything. Okay, those are the 3 for today that we had. Let's go to the garden, restock. Hi, Miss Pickles. What's up, Tiny Bean? Hello. Hello. Small bean. Grab these. Snip, snip, snip. Some things up here. I like that they gave the compost, like, let something bloom immediately, so if you do mess up, you have, like, a get out of jail free card. Because you get at least 3 compost per day. So, definitely nice, because sometimes I'm forgetful, and I miss something, and then... and then I get got in some games, so... It's nice that that doesn't necessarily happen in this one. Okay, let's go in our home quick. Do our 1 card spread for the day. What do we get? What do we get? The Hermit. Withdrawal, searching, patience, enlightenment. Kind of feel like a hermit today. I feel that. All right, let's go to the village. Let's talk to Devin first. Time to give Devin this locket. I really hope they like it. I've never made something like this before for anyone else. Or anything like this to begin with. You walk up to the music studio and knock on the door. Raz, I don't have a lot of time, but no worries. I just made you something. Devin holds up the locket. Wow, this is... Devin puts on the locket. You said you wanted something to help you remember to stay calm, so I made this with you in mind. I hope you... I love it. Devin gives you a big hug. I wish I wasn't so busy with last-minute things, or else we could... It's alright, really. I'm definitely going to wear this tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. I'm glad you like it. But I'll let you get back to your work now. I've got to mentally prepare for tomorrow, too. Yeah, the harvest ritual, right? Yep. And then it all comes to a close. I'll see you around then. I might have time before the festival to hang out if you want. Yeah, I'll let you know. Bye. Wow, they really like the locket. I'm really glad I met Devin, but all things come to an end. Let me check super fast. If I go back to my house, we didn't have any orders for the other ones. And it's not actually the Harvest Festival yet. So I don't really know what that dialogue was about. That's okay though. Let's talk to Nisha. You walk up to the studio and knock on the door. I wonder if the tarot reading helped Nisha at all. Come in. You look around the studio. It looks like chaos, but not like fibbly-nibbly chaos. You seem like you're in a good mood. Yeah. I've been figuring out that community mural idea I pitched at the full moon ritual. I think it'll be really great to have everyone in the village add something to the wall. Something to remind us that we're a community even when there isn't a festival. What do you think? I've never coordinated a community event before. A community art experiment. I love it. Ha, I thought you would. Of course, I'll still have to manage it. And make sure no one draws anything inappropriate. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what supplies I need. If I need anything, Mel wants the order in by the end of today. That's why the studio looks like such a mess. Makes sense. And, how are other things going? You mean with the... Yeah. Let's take a quick walk to the beach. Are you sure you have the time? Well, not really, but our beach talks might be coming to an end soon, so let's head out then. You and Nisha walk towards the beach for maybe the last... It's best not to think about it. You shout, "Race you," and you take off running. Not so fast! Nisha runs after you. When you get to the beach, both of you are out of breath. I won. No, I did. Honestly, I don't really care. I just need to sit down and catch my breath. Me too. You and Nisha sit on some rocks. So, the Fibbly Nibblies have been oddly quiet. I've been trying to talk to them. Not using magic or anything, more just thinking aloud so they can chime in if they want. Who knows, maybe after the last blow-up they exhausted themselves too. They could also be feeling guilty for the mess. That would be a first. Though you could be right, but I need them to respond to me if we're going to fix our relationship. But it feels great being this energized about art again. I wish I felt this way all the time. Don't we all? Right? Sometimes I wonder if it's worth turning your passions into work. The highs are so high, but the lows leave you completely burnt out. And then add spiteful spirits on top of it. That's not actually entirely fair. When I got home, I went instantly into push-away mode, which is why they acted poorly. It's hard to figure out the right thing to do when you're exhausted. At least the festival is almost here. Yeah, that'll be a lot off my mind for sure. These talks have been super helpful over the past few weeks too. I'm kinda gonna miss them. Me too. But we can't get depressed before the festival, right? Right. Nisha stands up proudly and looks out towards the ocean. This festival is going to be a huge success. The Fibbly Nibblies and I are going to be friends again. Gran is going to travel the world, finally. And Raz will become the most famous Von Teasel there ever was. I don't know about that last one. But I'll hopefully at least complete my training. I think I'm going to cut this beach chat a little short. I don't want my creative energy to go to waste. Neither do I. Good luck with the final preparations. Bye. You look out at the ocean. Our final beach chat, huh? Whatever this feeling is that I'm feeling right now, I'm not liking it very much. It's been nice getting to know Nisha these past few weeks. I wish there was something I could add to her teapot to help her. That's it! The citrine Ramsey gave me. Orange citrine helps with both clarity and manifestation. Yes, that'll be perfect. Just let me jot that down in my grimoire. Where you going, Bean? You gonna keep going? You're gonna keep going? Keep going! Nice job! Nice job! Alright, let's talk to Jonas. You approach the festival grounds. Everything seems to be running smoothly. I wonder how the affirmation forgive oil combo worked out for Jonas. You spot Jonas and Caesar over by the stage. Hey, Raz. What's up? I was just stopping by to ask how yesterday went. Oh, let's take a seat over here. You and Jonas walk over to a bench and sit. Things seem to be going pretty well around here. Yeah, for sure. I was worried for a moment, to be honest. We were still getting stuff done after my freak out, but it was just awkward. Jonas grows serious. Thank you. Huh? I mean, sure, but why? For the spell, duh. Oh, right, of course. Isn't that why you came here to begin with? To see how it worked? I guess you're right. I've had a lot of people give up on me in the past, but you worked with me on those affirmations, and I practiced the affirmations as you told me to do. When I felt ready, I used the oil and called a meeting. I was really nervous and all, but when I explained everything, no one was mad, like, at me. The crew could tell something was up after that day, but they didn't want to bring it up until I seemed ready. Obviously, I apologized because lashing out like I did is never okay. But then I explained needing space and getting overwhelmed, especially when I'm uncomfortable. And we all agreed to communicate better about our needs and keep an eye out for each other. It was the first time I've experienced something like this, people actually listening. Other than Jean and Mel, of course. One of my crew members mentioned she was also feeling on edge too, because of the festival and the pressure for it to do well, and then everyone else started talking about it too. Before I knew it, we were all talking about how much we wanted the Floralia Festival to succeed, and how we all want to do our best. I've never rallied people like that before. It felt almost cleansing. Wait, did you accidentally give me a cleansing spell? Those are a thing, right? No, I didn't, but you're so grown up now. Yeah, I kind of am, aren't I? Just wait till I tell Mel. Jean's gonna be super proud too. But to be honest, there's no way I could have done this without you. My magic only does half the work. But that's still half. It feels like so much has happened over these past 2 weeks. Even if the festival ends up not meeting expectations, a lot has changed for the better because of you. I know I've been better since meeting you. You're definitely becoming a better leader. We still have to see if I've become a better witch. All that's left is the festival. I keep thinking there's more, but there isn't. There's what comes after the festival. Well, yeah, but I don't really want to think about that. Since you'll be... Hug Jonas. You're a good friend. You too. I guess I should get back to work now. Don't want all your magic to go to waste. I should get going. See you later? Yep. Bye. Huh, what's this? Celestine? Is this the last ingredient for Jonas's candle holder? I guess that makes sense. It's calming, provides clarity, and aids in communication. Yeah, I think that'd be a perfect addition. Let me write that in the grimoire. I hope Jean likes this journal. You walk up to the cafe. It still says closed, but the lights are on, so you know Jean is inside. Is he still making batter? You walk to the kitchen, and yes, you do indeed hear Jean making even more batter. I suppose the more madeleines, the merrier. You poke your head through the kitchen door. Jean looks up at you and gives you another thumbs up. Hold up the journal. Jean sees the journal, he stops mixing, and walks over to you. What's this? It's for you. Jean takes the journal and flips through its pages. It's so you can write down all your thoughts and stuff, like if you're stuck on a recipe, or mad at another critic, or anything really. I see. It's also a goodbye present. Goodbye? Yeah, I'm leaving after the festival, so... That's right. Jean continues to look through the journal. This is good work. You're going to make an excellent witch. Was that a... Did you just compliment me? Am I actually your favorite witch? You're the only witch I know. So favorite by default. Ha! I need to get back to the batter. Of course you do. It's fine. I'll get out of here. But you better save some of those madeleines for me. Jean nods his head. You leave the cafe. I'm Jean's favorite witch. Alright. Let's give the besom to Ruth. I hope she likes it. You walk up to Ruth's office and knock on the door. Raz, hello. Sorry, I'm about to head to a last-minute meeting. Is everything alright? Yes. I just wanted to give you this. You hand Ruth the besom. She holds it tenderly in her hands. Raz, this is wonderful. What do I owe you for this? Oh, nothing. It's a gift. Well, a goodbye present, really. Since the festival is almost over and all. You can use it to cleanse energy from a room. I figured you could take it with you on your travels. Of course, I will. Oh goodness, I wish I didn't have this meeting. It seems so rude to run off now. It's not a problem, really. I understand there's a lot to get done before the Floralia Festival. This is truly such a lovely gift. We've been very lucky to have you. Thanks. I should get running now, though. I can't wait for the harvest ritual you have planned for us. Time to check on Mel. I know I've said this before, but please let her be okay. You walk up to Mel's office. You see her sitting at her desk. She actually does seem... Raz, good to see you. Wow, this might be the first time I've seen you not freaking out, exhausted, sick, or hiding. Yeah, you might be right about that. Sorry, was that rude? No, it's true. But I think that's thanks to the visualization exercise we did in the boundaries charm. Oh, did you use it? Mm-hmm. After you left, I actually went through the visualization exercise again. Then this morning I held a meeting with a finalized plan and redelegated some tasks. Honestly, I was still worried about people thinking I was lazy or avoiding work by delegating, but I held strong. And no one seemed angry. I think they appreciated that I had a much clearer vision of how things should run. Which I guess isn't surprising, but still. Though I do have a question for you. Huh? Sure. Did you really write all those rituals for Cosmopolitan? Ahoy from Opie and me. We're gonna be lurking while taking it easy. Ahoy! Hello, Lord Opie! Welcome in. Happy lurking. I hope your Sunday is going well. We're just getting to the tail end of Witchy Life Story. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Oh. Not all of them. But Avon Elset ended up becoming a little more popular than intended. I guess my genius was maybe a little too much. It's not that I'm mad. Well, I am a little. But I just feel so silly for falling for it. You really shouldn't. Yes, I should, because you're right about magic. I was just looking for a quick fix, or something to help me cope. I didn't want to take the time to actually deal with what was wrong. I don't think you're being entirely fair to yourself. I did partly write the rituals to make fun of people, which isn't nice. No, of course, but I do feel like I hold some responsibility for my actions. I love this village, Jean and Jonas. I want nothing more than to see them succeed. But I can't forget about myself and my well-being. I want to be successful too, which is why I think I might try to find a teacher after the festival. Not that I want to be a fully fledged witch like you, but you've inspired me to find someone to guide me on my practice. So that when I feel like I'm getting lost, I know how to refocus. Especially if I am to become mayor. What do you think? I've never inspired anyone before, but I think that's a really great idea. It's a shame you're only here for 2 weeks. Maybe once you're done with your training, you should come... You see Mel take a quick look at the clock. My next meeting. I'm so sorry, Raz, but I've got to run. Some things never change. I suppose they don't, but I'll see you later, okay? Yep, bye. This feeling, Is this rose quartz? It's the crystal of love, both for yourself and others. That would work perfectly for Mel's hourglass. Let me jot that down in my grimoire. Alright. Back home. Let me just check. There's no other orders today. Okay. Let's end the day. Say good morning to Ramsey. Huh, it's treat time? Okay, okay. One crow treat coming up. Now that's enough for today. Gran says too many treats are bad for your beak. Okay, let's look at our orders. Mel's hourglass. So she's gonna need rosemary, pea flower, hollyhock. Let's see. Rosemary, pea flower, hollyhock, and rose quartz. There we go. Enchanted hourglass. Perfect. Then we need Jonas's candlestick. Okay, so this one will need... Whoop, this one will need geranium, hollyhock, and something else. And celestite, I think. Geranium, hollyhock. Let's try rose. Rosemary. Allium. This is when someone's missing something, this is what I do. Process of elimination. Oh, put that back. There we go. The last one I tried. Alright, enchanted candlestick is done. And then Nisha needs her enchanted teapot with green, yellow, Pluto. So I think that's rosemary, yarrow, allium, and citrine. Let's see, rosemary, yarrow, allium. Neighbor-san, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cottage. Welcome in. I hope your Sunday is going well. Let's do citrine. Oh, citrine. Let's do this teapot. There we go. Finish that. We'll go to our garden. I don't really think we need the garden at this point. Like, I think we're pretty close to the end because we've gotten everyone their stuff, but just in case. Just in case. Might as well keep our stores up, you know, all upgraded. Alright. That one is good. Because I don't know if we'll need something, like if we'll need to brew something or craft something for like the final day or anything, so we'll see. We will find out. And then get these weeds. Okay. That section is good. Now just the last one. There we go. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Take a quick look. Everything looks watered. Go back inside. We'll do our 1-card reading for the day because we are a good witch. And that is a good thing, good habit to be in. Let's see, what do we get? Oh, the hermit again. It can tell. It knows where I'm at. It knows where I'm at. Hermit mode. Alright, yeah, we have just today, tomorrow, and then the festival. Let's go to the village. Let's talk to Nisha. Alright, let's drop off this teapot. I really hope Nisha likes it. You walk up to the studio and knock on the door. Oh, Raz. I'm sorry, but I'm actually kind of busy right now. Oh, I just want to give you this. What is this? Do you like it? It's beautiful. You really didn't have to. It's partly a goodbye present, but also something to help you mend your relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies. I figure tea is a nice thing that brings people together. So whenever you're in the studio, you can make some for yourself and the Nibblies. Like an offering. Raz, I'm honestly speechless. Thank you so much. I'll let you get back to work now, though. Yeah, sorry, I'm so busy. I'll have a little more time later, though if you want to talk again. Good luck with the final preparations. You too. Alright. We did that. Time to give Jonas this candle holder. You see Jonas at the festival grounds. Things seem pretty hectic, but it's really coming together. Jonas! Raz! What's up? I don't have a lot of time right now. Not a problem. I would just want to give you this. Wow, are you sure this is for me? This is like really fancy. Do you like it? Oh, geez, yes, of course. I've just never owned something like this before. I don't have anything for you though. Don't worry about it. I just thought it would be a nice souvenir so you don't forget about me. All the ingredients are things that came to me as we talked over these past few weeks. I figured I'd put them in a candle holder to use whenever you practice your affirmations. Or whenever, really. I don't know. I just want to give you... Hey, Raz, I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm glad. Jonas! Ugh, I gotta go. Sorry again for having so much time to chat. Not having so much time to chat. I might have a bit more time later, though. We should be wrapped up building everything by tonight. That's great. I'll see if I can drop by later then. Awesome. See you. Bye. Alright, and now we just have Mel. Time to give Mel this hourglass. I really hope she likes it. You walk up to Mel's office and go to open the door when all of a sudden... Ouch! Ouch! You and Mel collide as she bursts out of her office. Oh my goodness, Raz, I'm so sorry. It's alright. I think I'll survive. I'm running to another meeting. Is there something you need? I just have this for you. Raz, this is beautiful. Did you make this? Yeah. I decorated the hourglass with things that reminded me of you. It's supposed to help you make time to focus on yourself or whatever. I don't know what to say. That's okay. It's just a little gift, really. You know, for dealing with me for these past 2 weeks. Let me put this on my desk. I'm so sorry I have to run. Don't worry. I know everyone is busy right now. I need to get ready for the harvest ritual too, so... Of course, we're all looking forward to it. See you at the festival? Yep. Alright. Stop in here. I don't think we need anything else. Let me quick turn on my light. Hold on. Getting dark. It's that... Ugh, that time of year. Where it gets dark so fast. So I have to be like quick and proactive on the on all my lamps and lights and make sure everything's good. Okay. Go home. Let me check that if I go back to the village it's not nighttime. Okay. It's not. So now we go home. I think everything's fine. I don't think Ramsey needs anything. Wait, didn't I already give you a treat? You sneaky bird. You can't fool me. Okay, I think that's it for this day then. So I guess we end the day. Let's see. Do I have any plan for today? Not really. Why? Yeah, I know the festival is tomorrow, but all we have to do is say some words. Not that I plan on just saying whatever, but still. We'll have to just see how much the village was able to pull everything together. Do I plan on going to the festival? I guess. I mean, I have to do the ritual. That's not what you mean. Then what do you mean? Like, for fun? That is a thing I can do, and I've never been to a festival before. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I should ask someone to go with me, if I feel close enough to them? Like on a date? I guess I could do that, but I need to massively mentally prepare for that. What if they say no? That's alright. Yeah, it is, but I'll think about it. Yep, it's always okay to decide to go with a friend too. I guess I know my plans for today then. Alright, what's up with Ramsey? Huh? It's treat time? Okay. One crow treat coming up. Now that's enough for today. Gran says too many treats are bad for your beak. Alright, I don't think there's any orders. Nope, no orders for today. We'll take care of our garden quick. Do all the garden tasks. I don't know, just because I guess we don't need them. Guess we don't really need them, but just for the routine of it. Might as well. I wonder if we're gonna stay in Flora afterwards, or if we are gonna leave. I don't know. I don't know how the story is gonna turn out. It could go either way. I think we should ask Devin to the festival, because I think we're closest with Devin. That's the only person we've done any, like, I don't know, romance lines with. So it's probably our best bet. Let's go back into the house. Let's do our 1 card pull for the day. Judgment. Ooh. Self-awareness, resurrection, maturity, rite of passage. Is asking someone out a rite of passage? Asking someone to the festival? Oh, I can put cards on there? Yo, wait, hold on. Let's do the Fool. Let's do... the Tower. And then the World. Yeah. I like that. Okay. I feel like that kind of... that shows our journey in this game so far. Okay. So we can't talk to these 3. We can only talk to these 3. Oh. This is asking to the festival. Okay, let's ask Devin to the festival. You've got this, Raz. You walk up to the music studio. Oh, hello, Raz. How are ritual preparations going? Oh, no. Are they going bad? Is there any way I can help? Come on, you can do it. Want to go to the festival together? As more than friends? Like, on a date? Yes! Yay! Yay! Really? Yes, really. That'd make me so happy. I don't know if I'll be able to focus for the rest of the day. Yay! Our feelings are reciprocated. Amazing. Amazing. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine, really. No, I'm excited about tomorrow. Though our date will have to be in the morning before the performances start. Then I'll have to help backstage. Of course, I'll have to prepare for the ritual too. Let's meet at the festival grounds tomorrow then. Sure thing. See you there. I've got a date! I've got a date! Just wait till I tell Ramsey. Alright. I guess that's the only thing we can do. Yep, I guess there's nothing else. Go back to our house. I guess, I don't know, Ramsey doesn't look like he has. Alright. Checked in on everyone today? Great! Thanks for your help, Ramsey. What would I do without you? Perfect. Okay. I guess we just rest and then we wake up and it's the festival. It's time. Today's the day, Ramsey. Time to see if all our hard work paid off. I suppose this means it's our last day in Flora, too. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Getting back to my experiments will be good. It is strange. I didn't think my time here would affect me so much. I can't believe it's only been 2 weeks. But we shouldn't be thinking about such sad things on a day like today. Because I have a date with Devin. My first date ever. And my last one. At least for a while. Once we go back to Gran's solitary cottage. No thinking about that today, Ramsey. For today we have fun. And then perform a ritual. And then see if the Harvest Festival is a complete failure or not. Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? That's right, keep it together. Flora and my friends are depending on me. I guess all that's left is to head to the festival grounds at the town square. Huh? It's treat time? Okay. 1 crow treat coming up. Now that's enough for today. Gran says too many treats are bad for your beak. Alright. We'll do our 1 card spread and then we'll head out. The final one. The lovers. Union of opposites, cooperation, choices, duality, relationships. Feels auspicious. Alright, let's go to the village. You head to the town square to meet up with Devin. When you get there, you see them pacing back and forth. Is everything okay? Raz, yes, in fact, I'm so excited I can't sit still. First we have our date, and then there's all the music. I think I'm gonna... Devin looks like they're about to... You don't even know what. Okay, I think we need to get going. Maybe going on our date will help burn off some of this energy. I think that's a good idea. Where to first? Let me think. Let's get ice cream. Yeah, I love ice cream. You and Devin run over to the ice cream stand. Oh, look at how cute Devin looks with ice cream on their face. Just look at all these flavors. How do I even choose? I have an idea. How about I get 2 and you get 2, and then we can share? Yes, that sounds amazing. You and Devin get your ice cream and sit on a bench. You take turns eating each other's ice cream. I think I like yours a little more. Well, I think I like yours a little more. Then here, have the rest. Devin takes a big spoonful of their ice cream and holds it in front of your mouth. You take a huge bite. Then you should have the rest of mine too. You take a huge spoonful of your ice cream and hold it in front of Devin's mouth. They take a huge bite. Ha! You have ice cream all over your face. What? So do you! You both at the same time reach for napkins to wipe the ice cream off each other's faces. Suddenly you both realize how close your faces are to each other. Devin leans in a little bit closer. But then they jump back. We should figure out what to do next. Yeah, we should. Let's get a boat on the lake. Yeah, boats are so peaceful. Let's get one then. You and Devin head to the lake to rent a boat. Here, let me paddle. Devin paddles the boat out to the center of the lake. You can view the whole festival from here, yet it feels so far away. Devin comes over and sits next to you. You take their hand and put your head on their shoulder. I think I feel my boundless energy wearing off. Now I feel like staying here with you forever. I wish we could stay here too. I guess after the festival... Devin's voice trails off. You know what they're thinking. Let's not think about post-festival stuff right now. Yeah, you're right. But you know you're both thinking about post-festival stuff now. You sit in silence for a moment, just holding each other. Our time is probably up soon. We should row back. And then figure out something else to do. What's left for us to check out? What's left? Let's play games. Yes, games! You see fire light up in Devin's eyes. Do you like games? Like them? I love them! Geez, maybe Devin didn't need spells this entire time. Maybe you should have made them games. But how do you even make games? I don't know anything about games, so... Then let's start with this one. It's my favorite. Devin takes off. You chase after them. They stop at a shooting game. Watch this. Devin takes the gun, and before you can even blink, they shoot down all the cans. The person running the game hands Devin a huge stuffed rabbit as a prize. For you. Wait, you get prizes? Of course. Then let's win them all. You and Devin run from game to game. They win every single one. Why isn't Devin a professional game player? Before you know it, both your arms are so full of prizes you can't play any more games. Ugh. What do we do with all of these? I know. Devin walks over to some children and start handing out their prizes. You decide to do the same. And as quickly as you gained all the prizes, you've also given them away. Devin takes your hand. Who needs prizes anyway? So where to next? Oh no, the performances are starting soon. I should probably head over to the stage. I'll walk over with you. You and Devin make your way to the festival stage. I guess it's time for me to get to work. Did you see the list of musicians we managed to get together for today? Devin leads you backstage and shows you a list stapled to the wall. It's a pretty long list of musical acts. I'm hoping people find them all pretty representative of all the music Flora has to offer. This is the group I worked with to compose the song I wrote for the festival. It's hard to believe today's the day. Yeah, it's crazy looking around and seeing how much is going on. I almost thought we weren't going to pull it off. Me too. Though, I'm also kind of sad today's the day since we both have to leave after today. I had a lot of fun with you today. I just wish we could go on even more dates. Me too. Mel asked me if I'd like to teach music here after school. I told her I thought I'd like that. So maybe, if you find yourself in Flora, yeah, maybe I will. You have no idea what'll happen after you leave Flora though. But there's no way I can return if I don't finish my training too. So let's focus on today. Yeah. You hear some of the musicians calling for Devin. I better let you go. I should check in on everyone else anyways. See you at the... Wait! Devin grabs your hand and kisses you. We're both just beet red. See you at the harvest ritual? Of course. You get back to the center of the festival. Oh, hey Ramsey. You got here just in time. I was just about to walk around the festival. It does look amazing, doesn't it? Experiment success? It turns out listening to people actually makes for a higher success rate. And I suppose caring about your subjects helps a lot too. That's right, Ramsey. Either way, now is the time to celebrate. I don't want to get in anyone's way, but let's go take a walk and see how everyone is doing. You see Mel, clipboard in hand, coordinating whatever needs coordinating at that time. She looks busy, but happy, not tired and overwhelmed like before. People are coming up to her and asking questions, but everything is under control. Next, you see Gene at his tea and Madeline stand. You think about getting in line, but it's so long. It'll be time for the harvest ritual by the time you get to the front. Whether there's a critic in that line or not, there's no way Gene can say this was a failure. Every once in a while, you think you see a smile on his face, too. You go to the pie contest where you see Ruth giving out a blue ribbon. The pies all look so good. You wonder how Ruth could pick a favorite. Wait, does the mayor get to try all these pies and more every year? Maybe being mayor is awesome. Now you question Ruth's decision to leave and travel. But maybe even tasting amazing pie after 40 years gets a little old. Is that Jonas? You see Jonas dressed up as a clown, entertaining a group of children with Caesar. You guess with everything built, he didn't have much else to do today. Wow, Caesar knows a lot of tricks. When did Jonas teach him about getting everything built for the festival? Maybe he is a slacker. You notice you're not standing far from members of Jonas's crew. You overhear them say, "I taught Caesar that one." And then another says, "No, I did." Then another one says, "Well, I taught him that." The entire crew taught Caesar tricks. You are genuinely amazed that anything got built. You make your way over to Nisha's community mural. People are having a good time making their mini masterpieces, or in some cases, just throwing paint. Every once in a while you see Nisha talking to something on her shoulder. It must be a fibbly nibbly. For the first time ever, Nisha looks like she's truly enjoying herself. Perhaps patching things up with the fibbly nibblies was just the trick. It looks like this festival is already a success. I'm not even sure the village needs my blessing. You hear the clock strike. Yep, that's our signal. Time for the harvest ritual, the last thing I have to do here in Flora. You head to the main square of the festival, just as the villagers finish the altar. You can sense feelings of hope and joy radiating from the local craftspeople and farmers. Do you think this is enough for the ritual? Agreed. I think this is more than enough. So many exciting offerings. I certainly can't wait to share this with the harvest goddess. Whoa, what kind of jam is that? Right, we feast after the ritual. Everyone felt very inspired this year. Perhaps you had something to do with it. Perhaps my experiments paid off. I'm just joking. Sort of. But I'm not taking credit for all this. Everything here took longer than 2 weeks to prepare. Just look at these crops, jams, baked goods, crafts. And then together we figured out how to bring everyone and everything together again. Shall we get started then? You take a deep breath. You guess this is it? Yep, I think we're ready. You take a few steps back and put your hands out. Now, everyone, I want you to make a circle and hold hands. It's time to begin our harvest ritual. All the villagers gather around and take each other's hands. O harvest goddess of Flora, we come together today to give thanks for your majesty. For without you to nourish our soils and community, we have none of the offerings before you now. Please share our bounty with us on this day and continue to bless us with peace and happiness. We've all worked hard to grow these grains and fruits to unite our community through art, music, and good food. All to honor you. Villagers of Flora, join and chant, "Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be." Now, to close this rite, let us feast in the presence of our goddess. And so the feast begins. You can sense the energy in Flora has changed since you arrived. People are talking, laughing, and simply having a good time. Maybe in the end, coming to Flora wasn't so bad. You're sad to leave, but you're glad to go with a sense of accomplishment. But still, you wish you didn't have to go. Huh? Who's that? You see Ruth standing on a chair with a glass in hand. I want to say a few words. First, I've never been so proud as I am right now to be the mayor of Flora. We've all accomplished so much today. May the harvest goddess be pleased with all your hard work. But secondly, Raz, I know you've already said you don't want to take credit. but I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been an interesting 2 weeks, but none of this would have been possible without you. That is why, as one of my final acts as mayor, I ask you to please return to Flora as our village witch once you've accomplished your training. Wow, I wasn't... You really weren't. I wasn't expecting this. You look over at Devin, you realize you're both thinking the same thing. You both need to finish your training in witchcraft and Devin's in music, but then... this isn't goodbye forever. I think I'd like that. I was just thinking about how many places would be suitable for napping here. Everyone begins to cheer. Devin runs over to you and gives you a big kiss and a hug. I can't wait for us to come back. Neither can I. And so the festival continues until the early hours of the morning. All the food was eaten, and the people danced until they could dance no more. It was almost time to catch your train home when you got home. You're glad you didn't have time for any sorrowful goodbyes. They were unnecessary anyway. You know you'd be back someday. You went through a lot during your time in Flora. You were desperate to prove yourself as a witch at first. But then, you made friends and joined a community, and you realized there was nothing to prove. And everyone else in the village realized the strength of a community, and themselves too. When Nisha returns to school, she'll find strength and creativity in her relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies instead of keeping them, and her true self, at a distance. Devin might not want to be a rock star, but that doesn't make them any less of a musician. Perhaps Devin not forcing themselves to be something they're not will also make it easier for them to make new friends. Jonas will always be a little goofy, but with Caesar by his side and the trust of his crew, you know he's finally found his place. Unlike her brother, Mel will probably always be a little uptight. But with her witch training and the festival's success, you believe Mel has finally figured out how to find balance in her life. Jean better have a bunch of new tasty delights for you when you come back. Everyone's enthusiasm for his Madeline showed him that even if he has an off day, we all know he's talented. We can't be perfect all the time. And lastly, Ruth, our fearless leader. Okay, maybe not fearless, but she navigated Flora through a lot during her time as mayor. Now she's ready for the next step in her life. You'll be the first to buy Ruth's memoir about her travels. Well, Nisha will probably be first, but you'll definitely be second. And now, it's time to get back home and finish your training. You can't wait to show your Gran everything you learned while in Flora. You know she'll be proud of you. Sure, you might still butt heads sometimes, but you know she cares about you. If she didn't, she never would have sent you to Flora. You now feel more ready than ever to become the witch you've always dreamed of becoming. And that was Witchy Life Story! We actually finished it much faster than I thought that we would. Ooh. It was super fun. It was a nice little game. I liked the art a lot, and the writing was cute, and yeah, I don't know, the gameplay loop was chill but enjoyable at the same time, which is nice. So yeah, thank you all for joining me to play Witchy Life Story today, but also before. We finished it, like I said, faster than I thought. There's also an endless mode. You can't see because I'm in front of it, but I guess you can play and just do the normal gameplay loop over and over, which is kind of interesting, just like making and crafting stuff, which is cool. So let me do some screen swapping. Let me come over here and swap our background music, and let me move myself a little bit. Look a little, a little larger. All right. Thank you all for stopping in today. It was lots of fun. Let me take a quick look and see if anyone that we know is around. I know it definitely was doing her birthday celebration, so let me see if she's still doing that. It looks like she is. Let me just check. Make sure she's not about to peace. It looks like she's not. Okay. So, I think we should say hi to Dovely. Dovely shares my same birthday of December 2nd, but she was at a con. So, she wasn't able to celebrate it on the day of. So, we should go say hi to her. Let me write out a little birthday message for folks. Oop, let's do this a few times. Or I should do this other way. Copy and paste is hard. Sometimes copy and paste is hard. All right, let's do this if you're a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, let's do this one. Let's do our normal pop friend one. So we'll do these. Okay, so those will be our 2 raid messages, but thank you guys so much for coming out and joining me today. We're gonna go say hello to Dovely, who is celebrating her birthday, so that's super exciting. I will have the schedule up probably a little bit later in a couple hours. Some things might move around because we finished this faster than I thought, but thank you guys so much for coming out and joining me. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and I will catch you guys next week for some more stuff.